crowd. They pop corn. They pop culture. It's the Lowdown.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the latest installment of the Lowdown Popcast. I am the voice of PCW and the voice of Demons Football and Sant E Claus of SC, Elliot Popston, and we have a great show coming up for you tonight. But before we get started, to my right is the owner and agent of Flyer Float Travel, where you can book your dream getaway at flyorfloattravel.com. He is the founder of the hottest wrestling promotion in the Mid-Atlantic, host of the Shane event. He is the IMD rating king. He can sell ice to an Eskimo. New York's greatest export, Shane Dorr.
Oh, man, I finally have as many titles as Johnathan. I'm good. Speaking of Johnathan,
he is he's on his way. Not able to make it quite yet due to some scheduling conflicts and stuff he's having to deal with. But
the Dick Museum's problem.
As soon as he gets here, though, we'll give him the intro that he rightfully deserves. We always want to welcome our listeners, so if you are here tuning in, welcome to the show. We appreciate you tuning in and all that good stuff. We are T-minus 5 days away from Christmas.
Ooh.
What do you think about that, Shane?
I hate this time of year. That's what I think about it.
But it's the most wonderful time.
Bro, nothing about Christmas other than the meaning excites me. That's it. I can't stand the colors. I can't stand the happy music. I can't stand the movies. What?
You're the Grinch.
Yeah.
You're a mean one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not the movie, but that's god awful. I don't like this time of year. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot has to do with it growing up north. And it's so cold. And when I think of Christmas, I just think of the cold and miserable.
Speaking of cold, here in South Carolina, the Midlands, we are the hottest podcast in the Midlands where we talk about pro wrestling sports.
In the coldest part of the state.
Yeah. And this week, it's supposed to be a bone chilling 33 degrees. Hello, Mr. A. Welcome to the show. Thank you for
Mr. Ass.
Thank you for joining us.
Billy Gunn, get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Just making sure. Make sure you're there with me.
Alter Beat Seat, welcome as well. We appreciate y'all joining. Feel free to chime in and everything. We got some stuff coming up. Waiting on Johnathan, but he'll be here soon.
Yeah, guys, if you have to say anything, I see it. Okay. All right. If you are live, messaging with us in real time. So if there's anything,
yes, we got you, Brett.
If there's anything you want to say, chime in. Feel free. They can actually call in too, couldn't they, Elliot?
Yeah, you can actually call in. If we get people wanting to call in and stuff, we'll give you time to call in and everything. So, before we get started, I've tried this the past 2 weeks, and I want to try it again.
Third time's the charm.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh boy.
What's gonna happen? What is gonna happen here?
Nothing.
That's a high possibility. We'll see what happens. If nothing happens, then we'll skip what I'm trying to.
Oh, so you want to see if we play it on back end when it's done, that's playing through. I get it.
Yeah, so
you should be able to hear it now.
Well, that's it shows buffer.
Well,
so we'll just
hopefully
pause that for the cause. Anywho, first and foremost, this lowdown.
You know what I love most? I'm just gonna say it. Is that we don't do trial and error. We test it out live, folks. We test it out immediately when the show's running. We don't care.
Well, here's the thing. I've tried the trial and error thing, and it's worked before we get on air. And times we get on air, it doesn't work. So
go figure.
Guys, first and foremost, this podcast is brought to you by Day Soul Coffee Lab out of Birmingham, Alabama. Guys, I consider myself a coffee connoisseur. I absolutely love coffee. And I have found what I believe to be the absolute best coffee out there. So if you love coffee as much as I do, head on over to daysoulcoffeelab.co and use promo code LOWDOWN. Get 10% off your order. They deliver coffee straight to your door. I bought a ton of coffee today. I'm trying to stack up for the winter. And
What are you, hibernating?
yeah, well, I'm a bear. Anyways, guys, they even have a subscription option where you can get it delivered to your door monthly. So enter the promo code LOWDOWN, get 10% off your order, and try some of that best coffee out there. I highly recommend the Wonderlust and the Barrel Reserve blend.
Wonderlust sounds like, I don't know, something.
It's
like
delightful.
Something that you take drugs and, I don't know.
So I told you I had a story for you.
Yeah, I like stories.
I love to wait for Johnathan to get here, but for those of you who don't know, I'm a professional Santa Claus. You can follow me, my Santa Claus page at Sant E Claus, CLAUS of SC on Instagram and Facebook. But I do that, and tonight I finished up my last bit of calls and gigs and all that, and so I wanted some Chinese food.
Okay.
So
wait a minute. Oh boy.
So I'm in my get up, right?
That's what I was hoping for.
I walk into Pentagata Inn in Elgin, and the lady behind the counter says, she says, "Can I help you?" And then she sees me, and she says, "Oh, Santa, ha ha ha." Or should I say, ho, ho, ho?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
I kid you not.
Oh my God.
And she said, "Oh, should I say ho, ho, ho?" I was like, "You're right." Then she looks at me. She said, "Oh, your belly, it real?" I said, "Yep."
Oh, Jesus, man.
It's all there.
Oh, man. Those Asian restaurants, they don't give no F's, bro.
And she's like, oh, I can take a picture.
Oh.
I said, "Yeah, come on." So I took a picture in front of their Christmas tree, and it's fun.
You give me food, I take picture for you.
She said, "I pay you?" I was like, "No, you're good." I should have been like, "Comp this meal." But
that would have been a no-brainer.
Nah, I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
Tis the season.
Mm-hmm. You got to eat. Santa got to eat. You jerk.
That's so funny.
Oh, my gosh.
It was great.
Ooh, that was funny. Thank you for
It
that.
was so. Ha ha ha. Or should I say ho ho ho?
Oh,
I was like, yeah, you got it.
man, those Asian restaurants are epic.
Man, I love Penny Garden.
I watched a video the other day. Speaking of Chinese restaurant, I watched a video on YouTube. You ever go down a rabbit hole on YouTube? You just click a video, click a video,
Too often.
and all of a sudden it's 2 hours later.
Yeah.
Oops. But I was watching this video. This guy, all he did was literally call 2 Chinese restaurants and then put the phones up next to one another. And they were talking back and forth. The one was like, "You call me," and the other one was like, "No, you call Chinese restaurant." Like, then they started going off in Chinese, and it's like,
That's funny.
it was hilarious because he's just laughing the whole time in the background. But anyhow, small things amuse small minds. That's me. That's what I did. My rabbit hole.
Have you seen the one where the TikTok or the Facebook reel where?
Oh, speaking of Chinese, that's Chinese spyware.
Oh yeah, TikTok. Yeah.
Nice plug.
Yeah, just like coronavirus. Anyway,
Won't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Sorry.
Where were you going?
Well, so all right, TikTok.
Yeah.
Guys asking about the question is, how many animals can you fit in a pair of pantyhose?
Okay, is this a joke?
Yeah, it's a joke.
All right.
A wife is asking her husband this question. He says, "Well, you got an ass, 2 hair or bunch of hairs, and 2 and anyways, he goes down this list, and he then says, and 1 fish that nobody can find."
Oh my Lord.
That dude Sean, what's up, man?
Oh,
Welcome. I laughed so hard at that. Oh man.
you should ask that joke to your wife.
Huh?
You should ask that wife your joke to your
I'm
wife.
sure she's probably so
She probably wrote it.
so well, she probably already seen it already. That's not funny, Elliot. Anywho, guys, if you have any questions or want to call in, feel free to do so. We're waiting on Johnathan, who's our third host, but we got some wrestling stuff happening. You know what's gonna happen with Sammy Uso. You know,
let's all right. You know, it's tough to always. I find it harder to put WWE over than AEW or even Impact in certain times. But man, they're doing this right. That whole Usos storyline with Sami Zayn, I love it. Ultimately, I think I've kind of gone back and forth with what I think is going to happen with the Bloodline. I definitely think there's a Rock involvement at some point. That's, I think that's speaks for itself. But I'm wondering if we, people say Solo's going to turn. Some say Jay's going to turn. Some say Roman will knock out Sammy. I think Sammy's going to turn. I think Sammy's going to do it.
You think Sammy's going to turn on Bloodline to help out KO?
Yeah, I think Sammy's going to do the turn. I keep going back and forth, which means it's they're doing it right.
I've kind of thought the same thing. Especially with how much he's trying to get involved with the Bloodline and closer and closer and closer. Dude, Sean says, I'm Shawn Michaels' boy toy. Fake out, just kidding.
Wait a minute. Brett's got a joke. What is my check engine light on for?
What is your check engine light on for, Brett?
I hope he's got the answer already typed out.
Oh, sand. Oh, buffer. It's interesting. So, Sammy slips up Friday night and says something along the lines. You tell me that was my question. All right. It could be because
it's emissions. Your gas cap. Okay, next. Tighten your gas cap.
Take it to AutoZone and have them hook up the computer to it.
Or do that.
Yeah. Y'all said if we very funny.
Not funny, haha. I mean, ho ho.
Ha. Oh, ha ha. Oh, ho ho. There you go, Brett.
That was for Brett.
But so
we're talking about the turn.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be Sammy. But
so with the turn, he slipped up and said, "I'm Kevin Owens' only friend."
Yeah,
and they did a really good job catching Jimmy's face right there, because he said that, and then Jimmy was like, "Wait a second, what?"
Yeah,
and you
small things, man.
Yeah, dude.
And facial's been a big thing. So I'm big on. I made a post about it after that Uncle Howdy debut in person. I'm big on placement, camera angles, lighting, facials, selling. There's so many things that go into a particular segment that somebody on the outside may not even realize, makes it important. Like, there's a lot of small things. I'm big on all the small things, and it's got to be a Hunter thing. It's got to be a Hunter thing because I've never really noticed it as prevalent as now. Like that Uncle Howdy debut when he was on the stage, and I screenshot that angle of Bray with that look on his face, that look of like you don't know what you just released, you don't know what you got coming, and just the timing is impeccable. So I love all the small stuff that's making this product great again.
So Sean asked, "What's Sergeant Slaughter doing these days?"
Sergeant Slaughter, I don't know. Last I saw, he got skinny.
Yeah, he lost some weight,
a ton of weight.
Speaking of some legends though, Sean, I don't know, Sean, I don't know where you're from, but we live not far from Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
8 minutes, bro.
8 minutes, about 8 minutes away.
Precisely 8 minutes from
and house. This week,
Lugoff, South Carolina.
This weekend, Hacksaw.
Yeah, ho.
Yeah, he pulled out the 2x4.
You're gonna have to Google this one, Sean.
So yeah, he an intruder broke into his house.
He's got a beautiful log cabin out here too.
And he basically wrestled the guy to the ground and held him down or gunpoint, something like that.
No, I heard it.
But the guy said he was running from people, that people were trying to kill him.
He just literally ran into this guy's house, jumped his fence, ran into
his front door.
It happened to be Jim Duggan's house.
Yeah.
And I think Duggan he didn't beat him up, is not what I understood. But he held him down. I mean, essentially, the guy told him what he was running for, held him down. The cops, Kershaw County Sheriff's Department.
He did not press charges.
No, because I think the guy was being truthful.
Yeah. And Hacksaw even said he could hear commotion in the distance. Like,
now you gotta commend him for restraint, because this is the South. This is South Carolina. The chances are you go in somebody's house down here and you don't get shot. It's I mean, I got nothing but to commend him. It's amazing.
Brett says, can you imagine Larry coming at you right when you get in the door and shoot? Dude John says, off the stairs, nothing but an elbow.
I mean, it's crazy, but I'm happy nothing worse came of that.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if anybody knows, but Jim Duggan actually beat cancer.
Yeah, yep. He had cancer.
That bell.
Yep.
So that's amazing.
What, a month or two ago?
About 2 months ago, he rang that bell. So everything's good with him. So it's good to hear that nobody was lost early.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But back to the Uncle Howdy though.
Yeah, bro.
Man, I love the fact that they finally have someone out there as Uncle Howdy.
Oh, you notice how everybody's like all of a sudden singing a different tune now. First it was like,
sure.
Oh man, and like us last week. Oh man, this is going too long. This is going too long. Nothing's happening. And finally we get it was a big vignette. You want to see something really scary, and then he shows up on the stage, which I think was really good. Any idea who we think it is though?
Bo Dallas.
You think it's Bo?
I think
he
it's
was
Bo.
big. He was big.
I think it's Bo.
Somebody said that another guy from a tag team. I can't think of the name. Some tag team. It might be NXT tag team.
Schism.
What's the guy's name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we have a problem there.
I mean, it's not Grayson Waller. Guy was too short to be Grayson Waller.
That'd be hilarious. IRS, Bray's daddy.
Yep, that would be awesome.
That would actually be really good. Actually,
yeah.
But it's Uncle Howdy. It'd have to be
Barry Windham, who's been in ICU.
Yeah, it definitely can't be Barry Windham. But I'm intrigued. So I will say, Bray Wyatt, the whole gimmick is definitely the reason to watch. In the bloodline, I think, and Bray, I think those two stories in themselves.
The issue is they're both on the same show.
No,
although I will tell you, Seth Rollins is a treasure, man.
He is, but I mean, I don't know. I'm big on captivation, captivating the mystery. Evolution is a mystery.
Evolution is a mystery.
Who I am. Thank you. That was well done. But there's just something about captivating and not knowing the not known that just intrigues me to watch the next show. Seth, I mean, you get what you get with Seth. You know what it's gonna be.
Yeah, for sure. Guy's taking his seat at the table. He has been released from work. He has made the trek all the way here from the PD area. He is none other.
Parts unknown.
He is a 6-time fantasy football champion, podcast enthusiast, soon to be Kevin Nash's favorite podcaster. Just like his favorite wrestler, he's been known to outwork everyone, although some may argue he just works everyone. With his self-proclaimed hottest Funko Pop collection, not your average wrestling mark, Johnathan Handbook, Johnathan Winburn.
What's going on, guys? I'm glad to be here. I'm rushed. little late, but
Yeah, you missed that.
Jonathan, if Jonathan heard that story, I think he would have been on the floor laughing, crying.
I can tell. Should I tell again? Hey guys, if you want me to tell that story again, let me know in the.
It's all right. I'm gonna go back and listen to the first 10 minutes that I missed or so, just because I want to hear how much junk you guys talked about me.
We absolutely talked no junk about you
once. Actually,
thank you, sir.
You actually weren't even mentioned.
Thank
really.
you, sir.
Just you weren't here.
The junk is coming whenever we get to start. Bitch, cut.
What's that third? Oh, cut.
Cut all Titans. Sell.
I can't even talk about it right now. It's not. Don't get my blood boiling with football yet. I'm not ready at that point. I'm not there yet.
Anyways, I was just telling Shane about how
Shut up, Brett.
We were trashing your check engine light, Brett. What was that, Trevor? We'll get to that, Brett.
He's a big fella.
But so I had my final Santa gig tonight, and I went and got Chinese.
He's telling a story.
But it's not Christmas Eve.
I went. Well, I'm done with booking, so I got a family.
Santa works hardest on Christmas Eve.
Not this one. Yeah, unless
You got a
people,
family to feed. Don't you got to work?
unless people gonna pay me. Well,
Of course, it's premium price if they book you on
yeah.
Christmas Eve.
Well,
$250 an hour.
but people haven't
Oh.
been willing to book that.
Well,
so
of course not.
I was like, no bookings. I'm not taking any.
Johnathan, listen to this.
So walked into the Chinese restaurant after I'd ordered food and stuff, and walk in, and the lady's like, "Can I help you?" And then she turns around, she's like, "Oh, Santa Claus." Ha ha ha. Oh, should I say ho ho ho? And then they wanted to take pictures and all that.
And he didn't even make him comp the food. They asked to pay him.
Yeah. Oh, I have to pay you. No, just that's fine.
No, just give me the food, lady.
Yeah.
What was it, $10?
Well, no, we got a lot of food.
Oh.
We got a lot of food. I do feel like they might have put a little bit of extra of those
There you go.
teriyaki beef sticks, though.
You know what I can't get a whole enough of, and like it's not big down here as it up north, but boneless spare ribs.
Oh,
They're not as big down here, but man, those are good. And those barbecue boneless ribs.
hey, what's up? What's up, Billy? Welcome to the show, man.
I wonder who that is.
iFox V. He's got a big picture of.
What does the fox say?
He's got a picture of himself. So. Ta hee ha hee ha hee ho.
Sorry.
So we've talked about Uncle Howdy showing up SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about Hacksaw taking the 2x4 to a guy who broke into his house.
But not pressing charges.
But not pressing charges.
I gotta tell a story. So James Johnson told me a story about. By the way, if you don't know James Johnson,
Sunrise.
I'm with Palmetto Championship Wrestling here in Columbia, South Carolina, which is the largest independent wrestling company in the Midlands area. And one of our guys named James Johnson. We all live in the same area. He said he went out to Jim Duggan's house one time because he went to school with the daughters there in Lugoff. And he saw Jim Duggan riding his lawnmower in gimmick with the American flag holding up, yelling, "Ho!" while he was mowing his yard. Like literally. Like just close your eyes and picture that.
Here's the thing.
I think I can picture it.
The fact that that's in Lugoff, Elgin, South Carolina,
makes it even better.
and makes it true.
And more believable. He's from Glens Falls.
Oh,
Is what it is.
that's funny. But talked about how Sammy Uso is getting further in with the bloodline, but he keeps dropping stuff about KO that looks like either he's going to get kicked out or Shane mentioned that he thinks Sammy's probably going to end up turning.
We're going down the line about it could be Jay that turned, it could be Roman that turns, it could be Solo that can turn, but I think it's gonna be Sammy that does a turn, but betrayal. I think it would, even on TV, like moments wise, I think it would be more of a response from the crowd.
Sure.
Like they wouldn't see it as much as if Solo or Jay was going to do it, but that's how I would book it right now. Things change weekly.
Billy mentioned Sammy and Roman lose the match against Cena and Kevin, and the turn be Roman because Roman didn't acknowledge Sammy as an Uso. Sammy and Jay betray the bloodline and become tag champs.
I don't know if they put Cena and Kevin over so quick. I mean, I think is Cena back for Mania season? It's December.
I think it's a big show. 300. Which episode is? Yeah, it's
Jonathan's like it's WWE.
All I know is this December 30th. It's just the last show of the year.
the last show of the year. Yeah.
I know Cena's. I've been reading reports that Cena was blessed by McMahon before he left to do anything with WWE that he wants. If he can get a booking or whatever. So I think Cena's gonna have a Mania match. Cena versus Roman. Oh God! I
can't see it.
Wait a minute. Wow.
I don't see it either.
Is Cena 16-time champion?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be? Oh, don't even. I'm not even gonna speak it into existence. Nope.
Him winning 17?
No, not gonna do it.
He wins 17 and 18 because he wins them both
Oh Jesus!
on different nights.
No, the stop. That is total McMahon. Look. See, Winburn about ready to walk
not
out.
gonna happen. I just got here. I'm ready to leave.
Oh, that is awful. Oh, Fox. Rock wins the title. So, funny. I can see Rock winning the belt here.
Cena versus Rock 12, as Brett says.
I'm hoping we don't see that, but the aforementioned part.
Walking up here in your bright purple shirt.
Oh, the promos were epic.
Rock's got to do something to get his career back on track.
Yeah. He went
from.
from Black Adam to White Allen.
Yeah, that movie. That movie was a doom. Like it was a failure. Like on all accounts, Black Adam. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I'm sorry if you have.
I loved it.
I actually enjoyed it the second time, not so much the first time.
Because you missed 40 minutes of the movie.
This is true, but from a box office boom, like this was a travesty for The Rock. Well, The Rock's fine, but I mean for DC.
But I honestly don't think that. I mean, why it did play a part. I think in him not coming back, but because if the movie would have made a ton of money, they would have brought him. They would have made another one, but I don't think the box office had as much to do with him not coming back as him just not being in the vision of what James Gunn and them want. I mean, I think they went into taking CEO as like, this is what we want to do, and it's completely different than what they have going. So they just can't.
Rock already came out with his statement today.
Keep the same people and just change the whole universe.
Rock's a vengeful guy. He does he gets his own revenge his way. He's got his own production company. He's got the money. He can
But
make something happen.
That the Rock's post and
James Gunn's.
The thing about Cavill is they just said that, like, Cavill wants a younger Superman movie. He never said Cavill wasn't coming back. He just said he's not. Well, no, the movie's not going to focus on him. We want a younger. It was basically telling Superman's story when he was younger. And The Rock's comment said, regarding the future, James Gunn and I connected. Black Adam will not be in the first chapter of storytelling. So he didn't say that he's not coming back. It just said they're wanting to tell different stories right now. So it's just.
Well, and also there's a report that they said that James Gunn has other plans for Cavill in another role within the DC. So,
and maybe that's what Jonathan's kind of alluding to, the older Superman.
I'm sorry, but if you have Cavill in any role and it's not Superman, I'm not sold.
It's like having Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern.
Ugh. Okay. No.
Hey, Jonathan.
Yes.
You ready for this or that?
Sure.
All right, guys. This first segment we're about to do real quick is a something that Johnathan heads up, where Johnathan will give us a scenario, this or that scenario, and we just tell him what we think on it. We good?
I think you let off last week, right?
I don't remember.
Thank you.
It was Edge and Christian was what let it off. So I thought you did.
I might have. Okay, hit it. Elliot, go first. For all intents and purposes, for all those that are listening to the show right now, we appreciate you, but also know that if you're not familiar with us, nothing we do is scripted. There is nothing we know ahead of time, so our reactions are going to be just authentic and genuine.
We know the segments are coming, but you guys have no idea what the topics are.
It always makes me nervous, but yes.
Mandy Rose. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, love her.
This.
Mandy Sachs.
Favorite WCW superstar out of the two? Goldberg or DDP?
Okay.
DDP. Next.
Immediately. Go ahead. We can divulge on it, though.
No, I would say Diamond Dallas Page. Diamond Dallas Page, he didn't get recognized until he was in his 30s. To me, he was the man of the people, so to speak. He's the hard worker, worked his way up, worked his way through things. He didn't, quote unquote, have the look that everybody thought he should have, and just continued just to prove people wrong. And I was always a fan of the Diamond Cutter, Feel the Bang type of thing. So,
and we can't forget the Nirvana rip.
Self high five. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll go with DDP too, man, because and it sucks because I always try to find the opposite or pick the opposite because I want to create dialogue and like banter, right? But because that's what I do in case nobody knows. I like to stir the pot, right, Johnathan?
Definitely.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. But I have to go DDP. I'd be lying if I chose Goldberg. So the question is not who meant more to the show, the company. The question is who do we prefer, who do we like? I was a DDP fan, winning the belt 35. His power plant stories. So straight from the Jersey Shore. I love that. Hearing his promos, I think he was probably one of the best promo givers in WCW. Very underrated. Yeah, I definitely have to go DDP, and it's not even measurable between the two. I love Goldberg's run. I love Goldberg's matches, like his match with Hogan. I loved when he won the belt. But DDP's, it just gives me chills. I just think he was the success that wasn't supposed to be, and I just think it means more to me that way.
Yeah, I mean DDP would be my pick too.
No argument.
As big of a star that Goldberg is, and in the moment, like just his whole run, the undefeated streak, and everything. I just think I was always a fan of the wrestling matches, even as a kid. I mean, I think back to some of my favorite matches, and those are what from a wrestling standpoint, the ones that stick out the most. And Goldberg, a lot of his were enhancement matches, or just for the streak. I mean, he didn't till it was way later in his career before he started actually having kind of long matches or meaningful matches. But it was the whole persona of DDP. I mean,
awesome,
like Elliot said, the crowd stuff for the people. I mean, the Diamond Cutter was one of my favorite moves, and I think Orton's perfected it by far. But I mean, he got blessing from DDP because that's where that was his inspiration. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a little disappointed by DDP's WWE run, but
the stalker.
But I'm also disappointed with Goldberg's WWE run too.
Which one?
Yes,
all 6. All right, next one. So we got Brett. Who's next? He's ready for the next one. Rock, you're next. That's another good point, Billy. I mean, DDP Yoga. Look what he's doing, man, for people's health, like really people's health and drug addiction. Look at Jake Roberts, Scott Hall when Scott Hall was clean.
R.I.P.
Yes, definitely. So Jake Roberts is the biggest testament. I think success story of DDP. DDPY. I've tried it once.
Mm-hmm. I agree with Brett though. DDP Parka was the best.
True.
I still remember that.
So good. So good. What's the next one, Jonathan?
All right. I can't.
Are these always going to be wrestling related?
Well, we're in the wrestling segment, but I do have a list because you guys haven't seen the list. Like anytime
I
think
know
of the end of this or that, I just write it down just so I have it. But I do have a lot that aren't wrestling related.
What do you think, Elliot? You want to try one non-wrestling related?
sure.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Oh boy.
We'll go with this one because this one was kind of fresh.
Oh, Trevor Lawrence,
and while we have Brett, I think Brett's a big comic book person too. So why I know he's on. Better villains, Spider-Man or Batman?
Better villain?
Like more iconic, like who has a better rogue gallery?
Who
Batman.
has better villains?
Batman to me. I mean, for me, you're talking Bane, Penguin, Joker, Riddler. I mean, the list goes
Scarecrow.
on and on. I can't name that many. Not that I don't enjoy the Spider-Man movies or anything, but I was never a comic guy.
Did you never watch the animated Spider-Man?
No.
In the early 90s? See.
No. But even if somebody never watched here's the difference. If somebody never watched the Batman animated series or read the comics or saw the movies, they know who Riddler, Penguin, Joker, they know who they all are. In my opinion, Spider-Man, the Jake Gyllenhaal one. That's all I can think of.
Stereo.
Yeah, it's the only one I can think of. It's the only one that sticks off. That sticks out to me. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but
Yeah, Doc Ock.
I mean, you kind of offended me a little bit.
I mean, think about it though. I mean, legitimately, like if somebody's
But if you haven't watched, if you never watched the cartoons, then that would explain a lot of it. But I mean, Venom, Carnage, Mysterio,
Venom and Carnage, Venom, I know from the movie.
Lizard,
No.
Sandman, Green Goblin,
Metallica.
Lizard was Doc Connors.
Doc Ock. I mean, Spider-Man's got a lot.
Yeah, but the key word was iconic villains. It's gotta go Batman. Well, you got several listeners in there. Let's see what they think. But Elliot, your turn.
No, listen, I was a Batman mark, so
We are.
true. I grew up on Jack Nicklaus's, as facing Michael Keaton, Joker and Batman. And even before then, you had Adam West. As Kablam! Pow! You had Adam West as Batman, and what was you had Joker, Penguin, and Catwoman in the TV series along with Robin, and Riddler. So
and look at
Cesar
Billy
Romero,
Fox.
exactly, Cesar Romero.
Harley Quinn, Freeze. Those two we didn't name. I mean,
Mr. Freeze.
I mean, I could probably name more Batman villains, but when I say more iconic, I agree. Joker's probably the top villain of any.
I think the fact that you
superhero,
just
but
said, I think the fact that you just said you can name more Batman villains already answers your own question.
But I'm more of a Batman fan than Spider-Man.
Okay.
But I can also name a lot of Spider-Man villains. But it's definitely them two when it comes to better villains.
So let me put it this way. I always kind of suspected Spider-Man might get beat by some of his villains. I never suspected Batman would lose to any of his.
That's fair. I mean, it's a fair argument.
Um,
Not necessarily, I don't share the same viewpoint, but I mean, I get it. I can see it.
well, and that's probably just because I'm such a big fan of Batman.
Batman can't lose. What's Brett say, Elliot?
Brett says, however, Spider-Man villains crossed over with the most Marvel villains.
Really good point.
Yep.
Good point. But I just think
There's
iconic wise.
This guy that I follow that does drawings shared it. That's where I got the question from. But I mean, you're looking at Electro, Scorpion, Black Cat.
You just named three. I don't know who they are.
We'll see. All right.
Yeah, I mean, Elliot.
you're not.
Who's Electro, Black Cat, and who?
Scorpion. So
Oh yeah, that's in Mortal Kombat. That's right.
cover.
Get over here.
So Scorpion was in. I remember him from animated Spider-Man. He wore a scorpion suit that had a tail on it that shot acid at people.
Okay, well,
Electro. I always got him confused with Shock.
that was a Pokemon, right? Electro.
Pikachu.
But then Batman, you got Joker, Mr. Freeze, Bane, Deathstroke, Ra's al Ghul, Harley,
Ra's al
Riddler,
Ghul's very underrated.
Penguin, Deadshot,
Well, let's remember
Two-Face, Poison Ivy,
Superman.
Scarecrow.
Hello.
well, let's remember You had Deathstroke and Ra's al Ghul. They went all the way through DC. I mean, they faced Arrow.
That was a good one, Johnathan. You actually created a bunch of dialogue.
So I need you to go back and watch some Spider-Man stuff.
I can't get into that. I'm not into it. Cartoons.
Man can barely get through a Bad Boys.
I'm
movie.
halfway through Bad Boys, baby. Never seen Bad Boys. For those of you who don't know.
Hey.
I'm not mildly impressed. But
Well, you got to get to the second one. The second one.
I gotta watch the first one.
Well, I know that, but the second was the one I want you to watch.
How's that McDonald's taste?
It's okay. I mean, it was definitely not what I wanted, but I was way behind on time. And
I hope they loaded it with pickles.
I stopped to get gas, and it was right there, so I went in and got it while I was pumping gas.
Lugoff?
No, I didn't go that far.
There's a pickle on my plate.
Exit 98.
Ma'am, there's a pickle in my bag. I need you to take the whole bag. All right. What we got? Another one?
One more.
Okay. And this is your turn, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
This will be easy. It might not create much dialogue, but just for it.
Black or white?
Coke or Pepsi?
All you, baby.
You mean as a brand?
Oh, you're going way too deep with this, sir. No, he means as a taste. as a corporate entity, the political views, or you mean no, the taste.
So I drink zero sugar, and it's probably 50-50 for me. I don't really prefer one over the other. I probably drink more Coke Zero though, so I'll go with Coke Zero.
The answer is Coca-Cola. No, the answer is not even. The answer is not
Coca-Cola
even,
could smoke Ebola.
the answer is not even any of the two. Okay, as far as a cola goes.
RC.
Thank you.
You would be wrong.
You would be wrong if you disagree, but the answer is
First of all, you have a vendetta against Pepsi, so
you do. That's a bias. However,
That story's not.
and
for
I
the
would
air.
love to. I would love to hear why you hate Pepsi so much. However, I will say I love Pepsi. I love Coke. Welcome, Cheryl Fox. I love Pepsi. I love Coke. However, I'm going to choose one of the two. I'm going with Coke, 100 times out of 100, and I'm getting me a pack of peanuts, drinking a sip of that Coca-Cola, and emptying those peanuts into that Coke, and then eating them because that's what we do. Anyway,
So
I love Coke. I just think it's got that, especially McDonald's fountain Coke. Oh my God.
So it's definitely Coke for me. You know that. I mean,
For sure.
100%.
I mean-
Not even Pepsi's not even in the
I
equation.
think you
for
should
me.
share with the listeners why don't you like Pepsi so much, John?
I
What
can't
happened?
do that. I'm trying to get Pepsi as a sponsor.
No, what happened? Did something happen to you as a kid? I could just picture you just like as a little kid, just somebody just dousing you in Pepsi, just like dumping a tall bottle. What happened, Jonathan? Share the story.
you like that?
Yeah, have some more. You know, just like they waterboarded him with Pepsi. Is what they did. What happened, Jonathan?
So I
You
guess
don't.
if you're gonna make me tell the story,
Yeah. Oh, you're on the spot. You're on. You're live, pal.
We're the three best friends that anyone could have. We're the three best friends that anyone can have. And we'll never, ever, 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 ever leave each other.
So no
About
matter
to
what
never, ever tell the story.
maybe you don't say the name of the cola brand.
One
That
of the
you don't like.
brands.
Well,
You can say cola.
Nah, so we ordered. I was a teenager, like maybe 13. Was at a buddy's house. We ordered pizza, and it came with a few 20-ounce drinks. So I never really had. I always preferred one brand over the other. So this was not my brand of choice, but I drank it. Just as a plan, a backup. But
Plan B.
we got some sodas with it, and I took about two. The bottle it wasn't open. I remember the seal breaking when I opened the 20-ounce bottle. I took about 2 sips out of it and set it down and went to pick it back up for the third sip, and there was a bunch of white stuff moving in the bottom of the bottle, and I was like, what is that? And I kind of like shook it up, and it was probably like thousands of little worms.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Are you sure that wasn't a dream?
are you serious?
100%.
Bro, that is disgusting though.
Never drank it by choice again. I mean, I might take a sip of something that I thought was one brand, and it might have been the wrong one. But if I go somewhere and that's all they have, then
Protein and chow.
Ciao.
I don't
I take picture.
I don't drink one. If that's what they got, I'll find something else.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. I will
Traumatized.
testify to that. Jonathan, if we go and you serve C or P, they say P, I'll take water. That's exactly what it
Hey,
is.
y'all got tea?
I won't drink. I'll be like, nah, go somewhere else.
I'll save that $2.50 at this restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a good question though. So would you drink Pepsi products, just not Pepsi, or like Dr. Pepper?
Oh,
So
he drinks Mountain Dew.
Well, I was gonna say it. So
This is true.
Mountain Dew is considered a Pepsi product, and I love Mountain Dew. I love trying all different flavors of Mountain Dew. Dr. Pepper used to be a Pepsi product. I think now it's like its own brand.
Yeah, they broke off.
but I love Dr. Pepper. I mean, I love Dr. Pepper more than like Dr. Pibb. I mean, Dr. Pepper is my go-to, but it's just that one.
Just one
I mean,
Pepsi.
But any flavor. I mean, it could be cherry, mango, any
Pepsi vanilla.
anything. I won't drink it. I can't.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
What about pickled flavor Pepsi?
Oh,
That would be the worst thing ever.
for $50, would you try it?
No.
100,
No.
1,000,
300.
no, 1,000.
No.
Just add a
You
zero.
went way
every
too,
time.
you went way too high up.
$10, 1,000. What would it take?
I don't know.
Just a sip of pickle flavor Pepsi.
Worm. Well, he's already tried worm flavor Pepsi, apparently.
Mountain Dew's a Pepsi product in certain states. But
I don't know what it would take. I don't know which one would be worse, like the
pickle
Pepsi
flavor
or the Pepsi part. Like I don't like.
or both. We do. I think I gagged a little. Yes. So, yeah, we do like to laugh a lot on the show. Organically laugh. Did I ever tell you the story about my pickle hitting Jonathan's nose?
That sounded so bad just now.
My pickle definitely hit his nose.
Jonathan wanted to quit work. I quit. I'm leaving.
I'm going home.
Look at Brett. Oh, we should probably say that story.
Now, here's the thing. Just know there's no innuendo on that. It was literally a pickle.
It was my pickle.
Yeah. It was Shane's pickle on a stick.
No, was it on a stick? No, it was a
fair.
pickle. It was a pickle off a burger, I think. It was a flappy pickle. like
Flaccid.
It wasn't hard pickle. It was
a flaccid
it was flippy floppy.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, something stays secret, bro. Look at Brett, bro. Bro, all of a sudden, Brett seats logged off.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love it.
But I did about quit work.
Oh, floppy pickle. Yeah, that'll be a good one for the re-listen.
Floppy pickle.
You know, it was flaccid. That's what John said. He said it first.
You'll understand that when you watch Fat Boys 2.
Oh man, my ears are hot. Oh, it's hot in here.
Oh, gosh. Man.
Yeah.
Were you gonna tell the actual story? Or
Should
you
I?
gonna just leave it?
Well,
Or just leave it at that.
Man, I'll just paraphrase because we got to get talking about some wrestling stuff.
Nobody needs to hear about your floppy pickle on Jonathan's upper lip.
Not my lip, my
It was
nose.
his nose. So, all right. So, just paraphrase, brief synopsis. Jonathan hates pickles. Like, I think more than Pepsi. More than Pepsi itself. He hates the
It's
look,
definitely my least favorite food.
the
of all
look,
time.
the smell, the texture, just the appearance, even the thought of a pickle being
Won't
on
he-
his plate.
Won't even eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich because it's dipped in pickle juice.
Yeah, he won't touch it. Will not touch it.
I mean, I'll eat a Chick-fil-A sandwich. Hold on, let's not go there. Now, if it had pickles on it, I don't like that the bun.
But it's
soaks
marinated
up.
in pickle juice.
Well, the chicken breading is marinated, but that doesn't bother him. It's the physical pickle.
Pickle jizz.
Oh, I feel like I hate the smell and texture of your floppy pickle too. Well, so anyway, like I don't know what I had gotten to eat, but
We were at the fair.
yeah, we were at the fair, so everything's fried and there's always pickles on everything. I guess.
I thought you had gotten a deep fried pickle and was like holding it out.
No.
and you turned into
It was like a hamburger pickle,
Oh,
Yeah, it was just a regular like sliced pickle.
and I was pulling a prank. Like I tapped Johnathan on the shoulder so he would turn around and just like see it close to his face, and he saw it in excitement and threw his head forward instead of backwards, and it went right into the pickle.
Not out of excitement. I turned, but I turned into you as I was turning. You just had it in my face, and it.
Did I?
Yeah.
And his nose went like it touched my pickle. And then all of a sudden, his face went from smiling to not.
despair.
It was stone faced, and he just looked at me and goes, "I want to go home." Like had no expression, no laughing, no smiling, no giddiness. I want to go home. That's it. I want to go home. That's all you can say.
so like the last time you told that story,
Yeah.
I thought you had gotten like the fatty.
No, the dilly dog. The dilly dog's good.
I
bro.
thought you gotten either a deep fried like pickle spear or fat pickle.
That big, bro?
His floppy pickle would not be that big.
Oof. Hang on, guys. It was cold that night.
Oh, I cook better than you. You can't. I look better than you. You don't. Bigger than yours.
My dick's bigger than yours.
It was cold that
It
night.
was cold that night. Oh, Lord.
It's a good movie.
It's very, very, it's up there. Where were we going with that?
Oh, so no, but I thought the big pickles that you get in the big pickle jars. I thought it was one of those that you like had on a stick or something. And you, hey Johnathan, look.
Oh, no.
It turned into it. And all I pictured when you told the story was like the gif with hot dog wieners hitting the person's face. But it was the pickles hitting Jonathan's face.
I do. You ever had a dilly dog yet? No. The dilly dog. It's literally the
Dilly dog.
It's literally like the girthy pickle. That's all the way I can describe it. And it's like 7 inches long, and then it's deep fried in cornbread.
Yep.
And like it's absolutely amazing. Oh, you should see Jonathan when he walks by there at the fair and sees the pickled pizza. Like the pizza covered in pickles. Like
It sounds like he's
that's literally we'll literally be just walking straight and he'll see it. It's out of nowhere. Just like gagging. Oh, that's average.
no, it's not, sir. Oh,
Whoa.
God. Easy. Fox is getting too foxy in this room.
I don't know where to go here. Wrestling. We were talking
This
about
podcast is brought to you by. No, we've already
what's
done
a
that,
pickle
though.
brand?
Kosher. Mountain Olive.
Kosher in your cup. Oh, that's Folgers. Wait, sorry.
That's Folgers.
I get them all mixed up. Oh, man.
Well, they will not be a sponsor of the show.
Sir, we're going to have to use you, have you take our name off.
Cool. Well,
Brett, I can almost guarantee we'll see floppy pickles at the next PCW show.
it's like pancakes, but it's like the New Day throwing out pancakes, but instead we throw out pickle chips.
Ugh.
Disgusting. I would quit.
It's a kid in the eye. Oh man. No, so we talked about Uncle Howdy.
You know, we're talking about the Bray Wyatt. We talked about the Bray Wyatt thing. We talked about it, touched on the bloodline. I think we should address the elephant in the room. So what? I'm going to have to throw throw them at Billy and record it. So like let's talk about the biggest story in wrestling. I think is the biggest thing. It's Mandy Rose.
Yeah,
that is the biggest thing in WWE. Let's keep it to that. So what are y'all's opinions of the whole thing with Mandy Rose and you know what led to her firing? Do you agree? You disagree?
from one of those like
Is it kind of like
the most recent thing I read about it was the fact that they asked her to take stuff down,
okay?
and then fired her like the next day right after it.
While we're talking, Brett, alleviate on the kind of hypocritical statement for us, please.
I can kind of follow where he's going. I think what Brett is saying, they've built her up to be this sex symbol.
Sure,
they built her up as that. Made her the head of Toxic Attraction. Mandy has been her shtick for her music, and everything that built her up to. She was then saying, "Hey, you know what? I want to make money off this." They gave her WWE talent has permission to do that. And I don't know if she was just making too much money, so they're like, "No, you need to shut this down."
good point.
Or
Very good point.
or if it was just one of those things that maybe under contract they said, "Hey, you can do this, but anything past these lines you can't do."
When did WWE fire her?
They fired
5 days ago, roughly.
Yeah, she was on NXT.
Saturday,
Tuesday, so it was last.
She was on
Wednesday.
NXT
It was a week.
Tuesday, and they released her Wednesday.
a week. So do you know she's made $500,000 since she's been fired? $500,000
in a week.
in a week, and that's only going to go up because subscribers go up, talk goes up.
I think it's. I mean, I agree with Brett. I think it's hypocritical on multiple fronts, not just, I mean, yes, that's how they build her up, but I mean, you can use the argument about WWE being PG, and I can understand that, but there's so many other examples of maybe not that when it comes to like the sex symbol type stuff or anything like
Paige.
that. But
let's talk about Paige. They kept her on TV when she had those videos. Granted, they were leaked videos, right? Supposedly against her will.
Yeah, well, if that's the case, though, this premium content where people have to pay to see Mandy, the same things happen. Someone has somehow leaked the video where that was
they screenshot it, screen record, and they leak it. It's.
But I just think, I mean, they're, like, I mean, and I've read things, but you look back at like the Usos with the DUI and stuff, like that's still not very PG. And then like the next night they're winning the tag titles and they've been tag champs for
In the faith base, in the faith world, it's picking and choosing your sin. Right. You what's wrong is wrong. What's right is right. It's got to be. You can't just pick and choose what's wrong and right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. It's right, it's right.
Sure.
Simple, black and white. I agree with that part, Cheryl. I don't know if anything's stated in the contract. I know obviously we don't have access to WWE contracts or anything like that, but from my understanding is when Hunter took over, like it was a thing where talents can have their premium their sites, right? Can have their personal income sites, and WWE would not touch it. That was what was leaked.
Billy, that's a valid point. Is it because as an NXT talent she was making too much money under her premium content versus being a WWE talent? I don't know if they have to separate it. I would assume so.
And Mandy, not as quite as Sasha, of course, but Mandy in her own right has her own following. And what a big FU this is going to be if her and Sasha both show
AEW.
up.
Or Impact, anywhere.
And I don't know if this report is true because I haven't seen it a whole lot, but I read something somewhere that said Mandy actually asked for her release like a couple weeks ago, and they didn't approve it. So do you think this would be a ploy, like if she wanted out of her contract or wanted to be let go?
She saw what she had to do to get let go?
Like, hey, I don't want to be here, I asked or whatever. They said no, and then it's like, okay, well, like I'm just going to do my own thing, and then they just release her. She has her non-compete, but then she's free to do whatever. I mean, I would say I read it like two different places, but it was a couple of days ago, and I haven't seen anything else about it, so I don't know how true it is. But I mean, could you see that as a possibility?
I read that also that she'd asked for her release, and they hadn't granted it, and then she shows up on NXT. They say, "Hey, you're losing the belt tonight." She loses. Oh, by the way, you're fired.
And she knew when that match was over that she was gone.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I think the crowd knew. The crowd knew. Something was leaked prior to finish that match that she was done or something, and the crowd started chanting, "Thank you, Mandy."
I think it was. I
think that might have been just because of her title reign.
I mean, third longest women's champion in NXT, right?
Yeah.
Her, Asuka, and who was it? Bailey?
Somebody.
Pretty big names. No, Shayna Baszler.
But
what are your thoughts? I mean, so you got your opinion on the situation.
My thoughts on the whole Mandy thing. It's tough, man. I understand. I understand you got to make a decision because you're trying to save face for this PG product you supposedly are portraying yourself to be when you can see week in and week out that you're pushing that envelope anyway, that you want to get back to probably a TV 14 rating. But it's not necessarily the rating that they're looking at. They're looking at stockholders. They have to worry about the stockholders. They have to worry about the people that are investing money, the sponsorships into the company. But at the end of the day, I think it was overkill. Firing somebody is big, man. Right? You better, to me, firing somebody, you better have a laundry list or a list of occurrences where you tried corrective behavior and somebody doesn't, maybe doesn't do it, insubordination of some sort. I don't think immediately terminating somebody is the right choice from any business standpoint. Now, like I said, if it was presented to her several times and that she said she would and she never did multiple times, I'd understand it. But yeah, there's been back in the day. I mean, again, it was a different company, but even after when WWE go public, 2001, Johnathan, 2001, right? After they purchased WCW, they went public.
Yeah, 2001, 2002, somewhere in that.
Okay, so what was their motto?
Get the F out.
Okay, all right. So you're a publicly shared company at that point, traded company at that point. Get the F out. That was the big motto. You had when was Edge and Lita's live sex celebration? 2006.
Well, we'll see if this 30th anniversary of Raw.
Raw XXX. Hello, this is so hypocritical.
If that turns out to be legit.
Yeah, so hypocritical. I don't agree. I don't agree with termination. Absolutely not. And again, I go back to the Page things. Yes, it was supposedly leaked by somebody. Whatever. But again, that content was way worse than what was leaked with Mandy. From a sponsorship shoot standpoint, it was, yeah, it is what it is. But I think it was overkill. That's my opinion on the whole thing. Cool. Sorry, it was fresh in my mind.
No, real quick, Dynamite tomorrow night, Holiday Bash. Excuse me. Card currently that I can see. You got the AEW World Trios Championship Best of 7 Series, match number 5. No DQ. Death Triangle versus the Elite. AEW Women's World Championship, Jamie Hayter versus Hikaru Shida. Finally get the FTR versus the Guns. You will hear from Bryan Danielson live. Keith Lee and Swerve face-to-face meeting. You'll hear from Ricky Starks live, and we get the next chapter in the Book of Hobbs.
All right, there, buddy.
Yeah, I just got a little tired real quick. And the Book of Hobbs. So far, that's what I'm seeing in regards to tomorrow night.
Well, let's not forget Rick Ross is showing up. That's gonna be exciting. Come on, it's gonna be. I'm stoked.
Yeah, he's
The boss.
well in regards to the Swerve thing, right?
Yeah, he's mediating it, right? I'm pretty stoked.
So,
FTR and the Guns. Did you say that one?
yep.
I think that's gonna be good.
What is Rick Ross's nickname?
The Boss.
Okay. Who else is called the boss?
That ain't happening, bro.
Sasha Banks is called the boss.
No, it ain't happening.
It's
not
boss
this
time.
Oh, but that's what they're that's that AEW alluding thing. Yep. That's what they do. They drop these little
Nuggets. Gotta protect them in nuggets.
Yeah, that's all they're doing. That's a good point, Johnathan. That's what that is.
I am 100% confident Sasha or Mercedes is going to show up in AEW at some point soon.
Well, when makes sense. What's coming up?
Wrestle.
Well, she's gonna be at Wrestle Kingdom, and
That says she's already on.
It's in January.
Like already headed to Japan
That's next
now.
month.
Like she's on her way.
She
Like
trained a little bit.
Like that was just reported just a little while ago. It said
So Wrestle Kingdom is usually, I think, a Saturday.
sources within New Japan have confirmed Sasha Banks is currently en route to Japan and is expected to arrive tomorrow in advance of her planned appearance at Tokyo Dome. So she's definitely going to get a feel for things.
So it's January 4th and January. Whoa. So Wrestle Kingdom takes place on January 4th and January 21st. So it's 2 days, January 4th and January 21st.
But
Gosh,
she
why so many days apart.
I can't. I'm not Japan. I'm not. Is what it is.
But the January 8th,
12 May.
what's the second Wednesday in January?
No, Billy, I don't think that's accurate. I think her 90-day.
Oh no, she's clear. She's ready.
Her 90 days has been up, bud.
Been up since I heard June.
Unless you're talking about Mandy. If you're talking about Mandy, then never mind.
Well, so she said they agreed to terms in June, but I think it might have been that she couldn't wrestle until the end of the year, like after this year was over. So I think her first appearance might be New Japan on the 4th, but then AEW on the 11th, the following Wednesday, is the show that they're advertising Saraya and a mystery partner versus Britt and Jamie.
It has
See
to be
Bishop
all roads lead to Sasha there. Billy, she's clear. She's already signed with Wrestle Kingdom, New Japan Pro Wrestling. She's already wrestling on that card. We don't know what capacity or against who, but it's happening. Wrestle Kingdom. Albeit January 4th. I think it's going to be January 4th. It's usually that first one. The 21st. I don't know if there's a tournament. I don't know. I've never watched the I watched Wrestle Kingdom. I've never watched it live. I think I'm going to catch it live this year. Definitely something you got to stay up late for.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
It's like 2 or 3 a.m. or something like that. It's pretty crazy. You have to switch your sleep schedule around that whole weekend. But
Off topic, but I got an email because I had bought, I think the last Ring of Honor pay-per-view before Tony bought Ring of Honor. I purchased on pay-per-view on Fight, and then I got some free credits. So I got an email that said, like, your credits are going to expire in like 2 days. So I went in. I was trying to find something to buy for the credits, and then out of nowhere, it popped up for like Muda's final match, like the whole pay-per-view, and it was the same amount of credits I had. So I've like pre-purchased it already. So I'm good.
Nice.
Already got it.
Gotta love is that Fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. They do good, man. They do stuff like that.
Yeah, had to do. This thing's gonna be on it.
Like you buy a pay-per-view and they'll give you a credit for the same exact pay-per-view you just bought for the next one. It's like that makes no sense. What kind of money are you making? But yeah, I am stoked. We talked about it last week about with the whole CM Punk thing and Kenny Omega or whoever he was feuding with at the time. They were dropping the Cookie Monster thing, and that's what AEW does when they have a confirmed signing, a lock, right? And they're going to do everything in their power to confirm it without saying the name, and they've done that with Sasha so far. There's just no way they don't deliver here. We talked about the money with the money gimmick with Jade. We talked about with the patent, the trademark terms with Monet or money or whatever, however she's going to say it, whatever that even means. She also patented her finishing move. She's
Bank statement,
but it's not called the bank statement now. It's called money
maker.
Yeah, it's something. I'm like, okay, come on. And then of course you got this confirmed signing. At
Statement maker. That's one.
Statement maker. Yeah. So you got this confirmed appearance at Wrestle Kingdom, followed by the next week is a mystery tag team partner. Come on, if they don't deliver, it's gonna bomb. It's not gonna be good. But my money is she debuts. What do you call? What do you think? January 11th. That's when you said it is. The week
January 11th is the one that they're advertising Saraya and a mystery partner versus.
But I'm predicting a Sasha Banks debut.
I feel like I think they debut her.
She shows up before Wrestle Kingdom.
I think they debut. She debuts against some type of feud with Jade.
Okay, so what's the Wednesday before Wrestle? No, she's already on the way to Japan, right? It can't be before Wrestle Kingdom. She's already there.
I mean, it can. I mean, she
can fly back.
Yeah, I was like, she might just be going just to
throw a send off,
get a feel for Japan. Has she ever been there? We don't know.
I'm not sure.
Maybe, probably.
Maybe she's going to get a place and then come back.
So what's the Wednesday before Wrestle Kingdom on the 4th? So that would be the 3rd,
29th, 30th.
That's next Wednesday.
Would be
28th.
28th.
Okay. To me, all right. So if I'm Tony Khan,
but if her contract says she can't do anything wrestling, does that mean she can't show up anywhere? Does that mean she just can't fight?
So this week's episode is Holiday Bash. Next week's episode is New Year's Smash, which is another theme show. And then January 4th, they're doing Dynamite in Seattle, but that we know where she's going to be in Japan then. And then the 11th is, so now January 6th, that Friday, Rampage is live and Battle of the Belts follows. And then January 11th is, they're in Los Angeles, the 11th. That's the other big thing.
Yeah, West Coast show.
Yeah, so I'm just thinking things from a promoter standpoint.
Snoop Dogg is from
LA.
So
the thing is, if you have Sasha Banks ready to go, right? All right, and you're not able to debut her on your show before she goes and debuts for the 3rd largest pro wrestling company in the world. You have to do something.
Tease her
big time.
Maybe not show her, but have
boss time.
Something, like promo package, other people alluding to her or something. I mean, they definitely need to tease that she's coming.
I think they need to throw the word boss out somewhere. I mean that'll do it. But it needs to something needs to happen. I agree.
Rick Ross is going to come out and be like, "I'm not the only boss in the building tonight."
It. Well, not tonight, maybe, but I don't know. Something that would be good. And, I think they're going to have to, especially if you got the biggest women's wrestling star in the world. I think coming into your company, and you have to do something. That's my opinion. But my opinion is she debuts on TV the Wednesday after New Japan.
I'm just ready for her because then that'll be another T in my cap.
Did I bet that?
Yes. This was way before the podcast. I got receipts on this one. Plenty of receipts.
We're good.
4 or 5.
We're good. Okay.
Back from when she walked out the first time. The day after.
Shoot, Naomi might not even come back after all this. You've been reading that too?
Yep.
WWE might have struck out twice. How awkward would that be?
Well, guys.
Well, I know that people say that AEW's women's division is kind of lacking, but if you get Sasha, Naomi, and potentially Mandy all showing up soon
together. Forbidden Door. I'm hoping so. Speaking of Forbidden Door, there's a rumor. There's a rumor. I looked more into it, but that there is going to be a Forbidden Door entrant into the Royal Rumble. On the women's side, most likely going to be Kyrie. I was like, oh, well, it kind of ruined everything for me. Like, big deal. I think if you have something on the women's side, I think you have to have something on the men's side.
I'm not buying it.
You have to. What, Kyrie?
No.
Or just
getting excited about that whole Forbidden Door thing. We were in this exact same boat last year.
Pre-Hunter.
That's still.
Pre-Hunt. That's a big difference maker.
Here, tell yourself what you want.
I will.
I'm going to have to disagree. That's a big difference maker. I have to. Looking at so far, he's brought somebody back almost every week. But story-wise, what's happening? What's happening in WWE?
Bray and LA Knight's gold.
Okay.
It is gold.
What else?
Well, that's all I watch for.
But here's the thing.
LA Knight is gold.
LA Knight is carrying that, not Bray. I hate to ruin everybody's little.
LA Knight is freaking phenomenal.
I know everybody's got a hard on for Bray and stuff, but LA Knight's carrying that right now.
Hey, read Brett's statement. Second from the last.
I saw it. I read it before I said it.
Oh, he's learning.
See?
But no.
But Brett, you're always invited to the pay-per-view parties, man. Just FYI.
Billy, my pick, honestly, if I'm whatever, I think Kyrie's confirmed. All but confirmed. But my pick is if by any chance, any hope, any glimmer of hope, there's a men's pick for the Royal Rumble that's a Forbidden Door entrant, it's got to be Chris Jericho.
The Rock.
What?
The Rock.
It's got to be Chris Jericho because he stayed in good graces with WWE. He's kept that. I mean, he's re-signed with AEW, so he's not going anywhere that we know of, that he has no early opt-out clause like all these people seem to have. But what we know is he's staying in AEW, so him being in WWE on their show, people would be able to understand that it's a one-off. But I just think the one that's meant the most that's gone over to AEW would be Chris Jericho. I think it would be most impactful, especially Judas. You play Judas with WWE crowd, they're gonna be singing it, right? It's just one of those things. What have I become? It'll be awesome. It would be cool to see. Picture a Cody coming out, and then all of a sudden Jericho coming out and having like that'd be just storytelling. Yeah. But it's a pipe dream.
So here's my Forbidden Door entrance, if there is one, in the men's side.
Okay.
I got 2 scenarios.
Pick one. Oh, okay.
You see Brett's Stone Cold surprise entrance, then Brian Pillman Jr. surprise entrance. He shoots Stone Cold to finish what his dad started.
You're sick, Brett.
So my 2.
Okay.
First one.
Mm-hmm.
I could see a free agent Brock Lesnar being the Forbidden Door entrance.
Wait a minute. Why? Why is he Forbidden Door?
Because he's
a free agent. He's not signed with WWE. He's a free agent.
Is that what they're saying on TV?
No, this is just me.
That's
This is-
WWE writing.
Oh
just
my
me.
God.
Or the second option is you have 30 people come out and then they're like, oh, well, we forgot. We got a Forbidden Door entrance. And then it's still being brought. Just coming out as entrance number 31.
And winning?
Yes.
Wait.
He doesn't come out the entrance ramp. He comes out the Forbidden Door out somewhere off out trap door.
A trap door in the ring.
Brett's dying. So, hey, what if? I don't know. It'd be cool. It'd be funny if they not cool. Not be cool at all. But it'd be funny if like all the entrants got eliminated and number 30 came out, just got in the ring, and that's it.
Because we were in the exact same boat last year. There was all this stuff because Mickey was she had already been announced that she was in the Rumble, so everybody knew, and it was all these rumors about AEW people showing up or who was going to show up. Jericho, Moxley, all this stuff, and there was
Moose was a big
utter
one.
disappointment through the whole Men's Royal Rumble, culminating with Brock Lesnar coming in at number 30 and winning the whole thing.
And Johnathan about walking out of my house.
So I will not be excited about the Rumble until the Rumble's over if something happens. I'm not hyping myself up for anything because I'm not getting let down.
Guys, as you can hear, there's a ton of stuff happening in the wrestling world. But as we'd love to continue to spend time with that, we got to keep it moving. So we got some IMDb ratings.
Ooh, my favorite
to do tonight, both.
Yes.
What we got? First of all,
Explain the segment, Elliot. Let's roll.
yeah. So Johnathan is going to call out a title of a movie, one that we
Hopefully have all seen.
hopefully have all seen. Shane, being the movie buff that he is,
Good pick, Fox.
will provide his IMDb rating, and he can be plus or minus half a point
Yeah.
to get 1,000,000 points or not. Basically,
Hopefully. So basically, Johnson's going to name a movie. Y'all in the chat can rate the movie 1 to 10 or 0 to 10.
but do not look at IMDb.
No. Yeah, don't Google
And don't
it.
post it for sure because
Don't post the
You
true
can-
rating.
You can guess the rating, but don't.
Brett's running his mouth.
Sorry.
But yeah, go. So let's go ahead, Jonathan. Let's talk movies.
all right. First one,
Yes.
American Pie.
Who the first one?
The original, the OG.
7.1.
6'3".
7.1. I'm probably overshooting it, but that's okay. Just because I think that was the beginning of a
Horrible.
just a classic. Stop, Elliot. You're ruining my mojo. No, it was the beginning of our generation. What I can remember, first like good buddy movie. Like that. Was that 90, 99? You're talking at the turn of the century.
Beginning of beautiful friendships.
It really was, man. Just him screwing the pie.
Who doesn't want to put their pecker in a pie?
And introducing it, to people like Eugene Levy's, the character is the father, and then Jason Biggs, and then think Thomas Ian Nicholas, and then
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth, yes, Lord, and then the blonde, she's kind of coked out now.
Terry.
Sean William Scott.
young Sean William Scott, but no, talking about Tara Reid. Oh, that young blonde, Sean William Scott. Yeah, all these characters.
I don't like how he answered the way you said it. You were like, "Oh, that young blonde, Sean William Scott."
But Stifler's mom, Janine.
Exactly what Billy just said.
Yeah, so Stifler's mom, Janine, which was played by the lady. What's her name? In Click.
I can't remember her actual name. She plays in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so I'd say 7.1, man, just because of the impact it had on that generation and the childhood, and it's still spawning good sequels. Not like they're distracting me on chat, but not the necessarily like Beta House and like all those ones, but the ones that are direct sequels are still good. American Pie, American Pie 2, American Wedding Reunion. They're all direct sequels. They're all good to me. But that's what I'm gonna say. The original one, somewhere
You
between
said 7.1.
So-
You said
6'3".
7.0. I was actually really surprised that it was that high. Not because it is a classic, but I just
y'all heard that 7? Wow.
It is not everybody's cup of tea, just the type of comedy. Most people
It's
like
raunchy.
it, but it is raunchy. So I figured it would be lower than 7, but it was higher than I thought.
Phew, that had me sweating. I had to talk myself through that one.
If you like, here's my opinion. If you like American Pie, you'd like Varsity Blues. This is my opinion.
That's an 80s movie?
Varsity Blues?
No,
90s.
same time, 90s.
That you need to watch too.
All right. But so yeah, I mean the original American Pie is probably my favorite one, so I'd have to stick with it. I have to go with it.
Oh, you ever watched Old School?
Old School with
Will Ferrell?
Will Ferrell and the Vaughn boy.
Vince.
Was it Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, but Luke Wilson was.
Luke Wilson was the one else. That's up there too.
You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy.
Yes,
Shut up,
Brett.
Brett.
Shane has never
Jesus.
seen Varsity
This
Blues.
is not a pick on Shane moment here.
Let's go streaking.
That's Old School.
A 10.
Miss Davis, you got a problem with me? I give it 9.5. Still got wood. I give it a 10.
So Naked Mile. You talking about the American Pie Naked Mile?
Yeah.
Was not fantastic. Look at that one up. I'm not going to rate it because I've seen 10 minutes of it, but I watched 10 minutes and stopped.
You can't judge a movie on 10 minutes.
I can judge a movie on that rating. What's that rating? American Pie Naked Mile.
Go ahead. Give your rating.
5.6. I've never seen the whole thing. Horrible.
Give it a 9.5.
No. 5.8 tops.
Brett says there was naked chicks the whole movie. It was fantastic.
Oh,
You're
there,
horrible.
There you go. What was it?
Shane's not used to lasting longer than 10 minutes anyway.
That's true.
Throw some water
You
on
should
it.
hear how I made my second.
5.1.
5.6 to 5.1. 0.5. Nailed it.
Don't tell that story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What story? No, you made me
No,
tell my
no,
legal story.
not appropriate. Stop.
What's the next movie?
Next movie.
Next. Story time.
Who's next?
Story time with Shane Dorr.
I just have a
We're the
unproven-
three best friends.
unproven
Method.
contraception method. Next.
Yes, man.
Yes, man, with Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Hilarious. Sounds like a great fucking idea. He's
7.
too high. Probably 6.7. Is that Michael Caine in the movie? No. Somebody else is in that movie that's really funny.
Terrence Stamp.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. The preacher. The guy that was given the yes, say yes to everything.
Bradley Cooper's in it.
He plays a small part.
Zoe Deschanel.
Is that how you say your name? Zoe? Spelt Zooey. It's weird. Zooey. I always thought that was weird.
John Michael Higgins.
But yeah, Terrence is hilarious in that movie.
John Michael McGill.
Say yes. I'd say 6.7. Jim Carrey was hilarious in the movie, and it was a cleaner movie.
It was clean.
Cleanish. Zoe, whatever, Banjo, Kazooie, whatever her name is. They had awesome on-screen chemistry. Bradley Cooper, for the small part he did have, was a great supporting role. Very funny. I laugh every time. If it's on TV, I'm going to watch it. It's one of those things where if it's on, I'm watching it. So I definitely recommend it. It's somebody saying something.
No, I'm laughing at something from last week.
That part where he's fighting that guy in the alleyway kills me every time. Which way did I go? So I'm gonna say 6.7.
I like the part where he gets out the car.
Hey,
He's
what's
drinking
up,
the Red
Sam?
Bull, and he opens the door to get out the car, and like 100 bottles of empty cans of Red Bull fall out.
Yeah. 6.7.
Ooh, CMC.
Elliot said-
Toot.
Elliot still has that. We still talk about Trevor Lawrence, and yeah.
6.8.
Oh my gosh, I'm on fire, man! I want to nail one. Like,
I was close.
He's
I said
heating
7.
up.
so I've been
What is
0.1.
that? What is that from?
Huh?
What is that from?
NBA Jam.
No.
Tournament edition.
Oh, I thought it was a movie.
No, this is Elliot's right.
No,
NBA
whatever.
Jam. All right.
Oh, CMC, toot. Elliot's been laughing about that all week.
I have been.
Elliot's making himself a concoction of, y'all. If you could see our table, we should be sponsored by
Connolly's.
Sangsters,
Blue Chair Bay.
Mint chocolate country cream.
Rumpelmans, Van Gogh vodka, O'Doyle rules.
O'Doyle.
Oh no, Connolly's mint chocolate.
O'Doyle rules.
Yeah. So
Blue Chair Bay.
Blue Chair Bay by Kenny Chesney. Where's that at?
Toot.
All right.
All right.
So I want to nail one, man. Come on. I'm in point one.
The Marine.
Oh, for God's sakes. Are you kidding me?
Nailed it.
That's so bad. I don't know how to rate it. Oh, God. It was so bad. And there's a one
like
part.
8 sequels.
There's all with the Miz. So there's one part in the movie.
Nah, Orton was in one, I think.
You had Orton. You had
there was backlash because he went AWOL in the Marines.
You had Cena. You had Orton. You had Ambrose.
Santa.
I said Cena.
Oh, I think it's Santa.
Yeah. You had Cena. You had Ambrose at the time. You had Orton, and you also had. Did you have Ted DiBiase Jr. as one of them?
Oh my God!
There's been a few.
So I'm gonna say 5.4. It was that bad to me. There is, however, a lot of people forget that Robert Patrick played in the first one. He played the bad guy, and there was a scene where it was hilarious to me. They're driving off, and the guy's looking in the back and seeing his chasing, and the guy goes, "My God, this guy's like a Terminator." Well, everybody knows Robert Patrick played the Terminator or the main antagonist in T2, and Robert Patrick looks in the rear view like, really? But I'm gonna say 5.4. It was awful. All the Marine movies were horrible. I can't think of anything good about it other than that scene.
4 or 5.
That's really bad. That's
They suck.
That's failing even in New York.
You were not within half a point.
Okay.
Elliot was closer. It was 4.7.
Oh man, 0.7 though.
Oh, 4.7. We beat Toot. What is? Listen, if you haven't listened to last week's episode, you need to go to.
Oh,
you need to listen to it and listen to.
Go to 2 hours and 18 minutes and 55 seconds.
Yeah, listen to Shane's take on Christian McCaffrey.
He's so mad that McCaffrey's doing better than Eckler.
I'm not. How's the team doing?
Oh gosh.
Exactly, crickets. So, yeah.
God, it got me again. It's scary.
I was like, what is that noise?
That was just popcorn, guys.
It's Johnny Drip Drip, Brett. Not Drip Drop.
Johnny Drip Drop.
Drip, drop, top, top.
Oh, man. That was fun.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, point one.
It's not. It's what he's no, it's not. Johnny Drip Drop.
Definitely Johnny Drip Drip.
It is Johnny Drip. MCMIC.
It's Drip Drip.
Johnny
Brett,
Drip Drip.
You're wrong. You would be wrong. Okay.
Right. Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby.
Which
yeah.
one? The International Man of Mystery? You had
Yes.
Spy Who Shagged Me?
First one.
The first one.
And then Gold Member.
The first one.
I don't speak freaky deaky Deutsch.
That's going to be a solid 6.7 for me.
I can't it's now that I'm older, it's hard to watch it. But I go every time I watch the whole movie. Is
Number
hilarious.
2.
Number 2. Me, stop pumping the laser.
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 I'm going to say solid 6.7, maybe 6.8, but I'm going to go 6.7.
7.2.
I mean, to me, it's on that level of American Pie, right? Because
It's definitely iconic. An
cult
iconic
classic.
character. I mean,
I don't know if it sticks as well as the original American Pie with a certain demographic. But again, Michael Myers did amazing. But I don't think it was above a 7.0 like American Pie was. So I'm gonna say 6.7.
you said 7.2.
Yeah.
7.0.
Wow. See, I'm still within the 0.5, but
Basso, this coffee tastes like. It's because it is Austin.
which is the one? What's
Oh.
the one with all the dicks in the air?
That's a
the first
bit
one, too?
nutty.
That was hilarious.
At the end.
Yeah.
Looks like a big Woody. Woody Harrelson.
Johnson. So yeah, I'm still with. What? I can't. Is that wait?
Billy.
Is that Billy or is that Cheryl?
That's Billy.
I can't even say that out loud.
Why not?
Meow.
You want to get my meow? You want a pet? Elizabeth.
Yeah, not get.
You want to get my goosey? Nope.
Oh, whatever. Sorry, guys. The coffee rum cream, the other rum creams we have on our table are kicking in.
Dr. Evil.
$1 million.
Mr. Gigglesworth? Bigglesworth?
Mr. Bigglesworth. That's his cat.
Hairless cat.
Shaved him, didn't he?
Oh, he's hairless.
Oh, he didn't have hair at one point?
I don't remember. No, I remember.
I don't know.
I thought he had Mr. Bigglesworth.
Shut up, Scott.
Oh, www.com.org.
Subtitle, zip it.
Ship it.
You should zip it.
Oh, boy. I still wouldn't have given that 7.0. That's just, it does have some lines in it, though, but whatever. All right.
So what? As we're talking about movies, what else is going on in the movie world as of late?
Did we talk about Violent Night? Seen Violent Night?
We talked about it
Yes.
last week.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because that was unbelievable. I loved it.
Yep.
The more I think about it, the more I loved it.
If you haven't seen it, highly recommend. Check it out.
All right, one more.
Go ahead.
Just because I had it pulled up and we were kind of going on this comedy run. The Other Guys.
Oh, Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell.
What? It's got your boy in it.
I'm so sorry.
What,
What, Marky Mark?
I'm gonna give it a 6.
The Rock.
See, didn't even know it.
Well, yes, but
He's in it.
he's in it. Him and Samuel Jackson
Yeah.
are both in it.
Sorry, guys. But
I'm gonna give it a 6.
And-
I'm gonna give it a 6.5.
The captain is in it.
who?
The captain.
Captain who? Captain Kirk?
No, the captain.
Captain Crunch?
No, New York Yankees.
Jeter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was it? What's it rated? I'll tell you if I'll see it or not.
6.6.
I might see it.
That's close.
Was it funny?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I liked it.
I like Marky Mark though. I was looking at upcoming movies, man. To be honest with you, I think the Whitney Houston movie's gonna be really good. I just want to dance with somebody. I think it's
I just don't like those movies.
really.
I don't.
Why?
I still haven't seen Elvis. I have no desire to see it.
No, I haven't seen Elvis, but
I
you don't like things with music,
not really.
movies with music.
Not really.
I think because you do it so much. I think you're just
Probably.
like, and just, you're not interested in it.
Okay.
I am excited about seeing the movie.
I am. What's that Babylon movie coming out? I saw that was supposed to be pretty funny. I thought.
Avatar's out.
Haven't
Who's
seen
out?
it yet.
Nope, I hadn't
I
even.
haven't seen it. 3 hours and 10 minutes. I might see that tomorrow. But what I'm most excited for, all the movies coming out in the next couple weeks, because it is Christmas time, it is the holiday season, so like there's really not too much coming out. But I think the most exciting one is going to be
Avatar?
Megan for me. Megan, I think looks awesome.
It's a modern day Chucky to me.
It comes out January 6th.
That's what it looks like to me.
By the way, I am watching that series. I'm almost through season 1. I have 2 episodes left. If y'all like at any point in your time, like in your life, have seen the Chucky movies and enjoyed them, not the stupid ones like Seed of Chucky and like Spawn of Chucky and whatever those movies are called, but like the original ones with Andy Barkley and Chucky, Brad Dourif, of course, but the series is so incredible. I definitely recommend it. I would like, what's that series rating? I'll look it up on IMDb for Chucky, but I'm almost to the point of finishing season 1, and it is just, the storytelling is unbelievable, and it's.
Do you not feel that way though about Megan? That it's just a modern day version of Chucky?
It could be. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's. So Chucky was possession, right? It was the possession of a guy got shot. A guy got shot in a toy store, and before he could breathe his final breath, he cast his soul into the doll. So it was actually a human possessing a doll. So I don't know what Megan. I think Megan's more of creation, like a
Yeah.
So I could see
Twitter.
that. I could see Facebook. Dang Meta, Megan,
Elon Musk.
I definitely think it's definitely if you want to compare it like
Neuralink.
doll, but I think it's gonna be its own spin. I think it's gonna be really good. But that, as far as what's coming out, that's gonna be that's what I'm most looking forward to is Megan. The build for it, and it's only PG-13, which really intrigues me. So it can't be as bad as Chucky was.
Hi,
So
I'm Megan.
The series is 7.3.
Yeah, for season 1, or is that in
Just
total?
the whole series.
Yeah, it's really good, y'all. I definitely recommend. Don't watch it with kids because somehow on that network TV they can cuss bad.
Yeah, after 10 o'clock.
It's bad. Like it's definitely like the movies, So, but it's so good, well done, and it's Don Mancini and Brad Dourif, so it was a recipe for success. But Bride of Chucky for Jennifer Tilly alone, you're disgusting. All right, gross. Might as well call her Pickle.
That's correct.
I thought somebody was calling us. I was like,
Yeah, I
oh.
didn't know where that was coming from.
Well, we got
The part Elliot's been waiting for.
one of our favorite parts of the show.
Moving on to sports, boys.
And, moving on to sports, where we do a segment called Start, Bench, Cut, where we're going to ask our fantasy guru, Johnathan Winburn, 6-time fantasy football champion, who he would start, who he would bench, who he would cut. And that starts right now. So, Johnathan, in
Elliot.
week 16, out of 3 running backs,
He's switching it up. He's not even doing quarterback first.
Saving that for last.
I'm saving it for last.
Oh, this will be good.
You got Chris McCaffrey versus the Commanders, Austin Eckler versus the Colts, and Dalvin Cook versus the Giants. Who you going with?
Start.
I'm starting McCaffrey. Bench and Eckler. Cut and Cook.
Oh, this is your segment, Daddy. Oh, I'm just here for the ride.
I mean, you always do it too. McCaffrey, toot toot.
Toot toot. CMC, beep beep, toot toot. I guess I don't laugh at it that much, Elliot. I don't know why I don't laugh. I just might not.
CMC, toot toot. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it again. So you got McCaffrey, Eckler, and Dalvin. Dalvin's playing who?
Minnesota is playing
The Giants. The G-Men.
Okay, I'm actually starting Dalvin Cook. I'm benching McCaffrey, and I'm cutting Eckler. That's my pick. Playing the Giants.
Cool.
Eckler start, benching Cook, releasing McCaffrey.
All right. Wide receiver.
I bet you Billy hasn't won many fantasy leagues.
Wide
Billy.
Wide receiver, you got Devontae Adams versus Pittsburgh, Stephon Diggs versus Chicago, Jamar Chase versus New England. Who you starting? Who you bench? Who you cut?
Say that one more time.
Devontae Adams versus Pittsburgh, Stephon Diggs versus Chicago, Jamar Chase versus New England. Who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting?
Starting Adams. They're playing the night game, so I think he's going to show out. Benching Diggs and cutting Chase.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Jamar hasn't been the same yet since he came back. Devontae is Devontae. He should be, if he's in any, there's no way he should ever be on the bench. He's one of those must starts every week. Yeah, so I definitely agree. And he's on my fantasy team, so please God, show out.
So for tight end, you got we got Evan Ingram versus the Jets, David Njoku versus New Orleans, and you have Dallas. Is that Goddard versus
Goddard.
Yeah, Dallas Goddard versus the Cowboys.
Ooh.
So I will probably start. What was the first one?
Actually, scratch that. Let's go Mark Andrews versus Atlanta. Darren Waller versus not Darren Waller, excuse me. Evan Ingram versus New York Jets. David Njoku versus New Orleans.
Is Lamar back? I don't believe so.
I doubt it.
If Lamar's not back, then I'm cutting Andrews. I'll probably start Evan Ingram and then bench Njoku.
All right, so funny thing is,
If Lamar's back, I'm starting Andrews,
this is where
benching Ingram.
Johnathan and I disagreed last week. Johnathan was going to cut Kittle, and I started Kittle. I went against his all-knowing.
Play this against me. You would have cut Kittle if you had other options, but you started Kittle because that was your only option.
I had another tight end option, Njoku. I did not start Njoku. I started Kittle. But, yeah, so I'm going to go, you said Evan Ingram. He is my bench. Who's the first one you said?
Andrews
No.
Mark Andrews,
the other one.
Njoku,
or Ingram.
or
I'm
Ingram.
going to start Njoku, bench Ingram, cut Andrews. Njoku's been a solid, decent waiver wire pickup for a lot of people. I think 9 or 10 a game.
So Goddard's, just real quick, because I know you took him out, but Goddard's potentially coming back. He should be ready for this week off of IRs, but this will be his first week back, so they may not play him every snap. And there's a lot of rumors going on right now that Jalen Hurts is not going to play the next 2 weeks.
That would be so good.
So if he's not playing,
Dallas's chance at the NFC Championship is gone. So I really think there's 2 games left in the regular season, right?
3.
In the regular season?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Dallas's chance isn't out, but I mean Philly
They
would
have
have
to
to
win.
Philly would have to tank also.
Yeah, Philly would have to lose every game, and Cowboys have to win every game to even have a shot.
So at that flex position, you
That's my favorite position.
Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, or Justin Jefferson. Who you bench?
Oh my God.
Who you bench? Or who you starting? Who you cutting? Henry's got Houston. McCaffrey's got Washington. Jefferson's got Giants.
So as much as I don't want to, just because they have played terrible, I'm starting Henry only because
For a hope.
only because like the last 4 or 5 games that he's played the Texans, I mean, going back like the last 3 or 4 years, he's rushed for 200 yards every game that they've played the Texans, and they're 1-12. So start Henry. You said Jefferson or McCaffrey.
He ain't never cutting McCaffrey. He's benching him. He can't find it in him to cut him. Who's Justin Jefferson got?
Giants.
Light them up, bro.
I'm still cutting Jefferson. I'll start McCaffrey. Or I'll bench McCaffrey, cut Jefferson.
I know you can't. There's no ounce of being in him that could ever say the words cut McCaffrey. Never going to happen. But I'm actually going to start Jefferson.
Okay.
I will bench Henry. I'm cutting McCaffrey. I think Jefferson's going to go off.
Well, if McCaffrey
Somebody's
goes
gonna-
off, then next week I need Elliot to clip out that run CFC toot toot from last week and play that as soon as we get to the football segment next week.
That's going to be a new soundbite. Oh, CMC, we toot toot. I don't even know why I said that. Wasn't even drinking.
I don't even
was it?
know why you said it either because it was not in
I
the
know. It doesn't even make sense.
topic. I mean, we were talking about it, but it was just
We were talking about The Rock. You know, like, I don't even know. Whatever.
All right, so for defense,
He is surely saving quarterback for last.
Cowboys versus Philly, Eagles versus Cowboys, or Jaguars versus Jets.
Wow.
That's a good one because I was definitely not going to pick
either
one of the first two defenses, but I don't know.
I honestly liked how you did that. I liked how you picked both of them. I think because they're both good when they're on.
I mean, Philly and Dallas both have way better defense than the Jaguars. However, Philly and Dallas are playing each other. I'd probably have to start the Jaguars defense.
You suck. You're so crazy, bro.
I'd start Jaguars defense, bench the Cowboys, cut Philly.
Oh, all right.
Now, if Hurts is playing, then
let's say no. Hurts is out. Let's say he's out.
Gardner Minshew is projected to start.
Yeah, he's out.
That's what I'm saying. If he's out,
he's out.
Starting Jags, benching Dallas, cutting Philly.
All right, no freaking way. Dallas eats up quarterbacks.
Okay.
You're going to put Gardner Minshew again.
Yes.
It ain't Trevor Lawrence.
I know.
All right. It ain't Jalen Hurts. It's Gardner.
Although,
the Cowboys defense the last 2 weeks almost allowed Houston, the 1-12 team, to beat them. Almost allowed the Jaguars, and Trevor Lawrence to beat them.
All the greats have problems. Let's not underestimate what Trevor Lawrence did or what he's been doing in the NFL. Okay, but that's a whole nother topic. If you want to get into that argument, that I was proven right again.
No, you were not. And now I got the text message to prove it because you were like toot toot, and then immediately it was like, never mind. And then he got bailed out at the end.
Yeah,
by his defense.
But his stats in that game,
which is who I'm starting, by the way.
He shredded the Cowboys. Not gonna lie, absolutely shredded, and that hurts me to say. But
that's the only reason you still feel that way about Trevor Lawrence. It could have been any other team, and you'd be like, I don't know, but because it happened to your precious Cowboys,
you're
it's like,
wrong. You would be wrong if you go back and look at the last 7 games of Trevor Lawrence, dude. It's nothing new. He's been doing the same thing for a month and a half straight.
Woo! Oh boy.
Anyway, you start the Dallas Cowboys.
But here's the thing. So Gardner Minshew and Jalen Hurts' passing stats, career-wise, identical.
Okay, so you're starting the Cowboys. You're keeping the Eagles. You're benching the Eagles. You're cutting the Jags. You have to go Dallas against the Jalen Hurts-less offense. Jalen Hurts plays. I would switch to Philly. I would switch Philly and Dallas. But there's no way you can't start Dallas when you don't have their starting MVP quarterback. No way. That's just my opinion. Dan Quinn's gonna be dialing it up. There's just, and I don't say that because I'm not saying that because I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm just saying because if you have an offense, a team who is built on the arm of their prized possession, that's what they are. Their offense is built on Jalen Hurts, and you're without him. They're going to be throwing all different kind of blitz packages, all these different things you haven't seen. I think, is it in Philly? No, it's in Dallas. It's in Dallas. Yeah, I'm excited to see it because it's Christmas Eve game, but there's just no way Minshew. I think Dallas takes the game. I think Dallas takes the game without Jalen Hurts.
I'm not saying Dallas isn't going to win, but you were talking about. Losing Hurts is a big blow to Philly, but
somebody else.
The Eagles, like all of last season, the Eagles were a run first team. So just because Hurts is gone, doesn't eliminate. You still have offensive weapons at receiver,
but Minshew. You got to have a quarterback that can get them the ball, and he's not going to be able to do it. Nah, I'm calling it now. He's not going to be able to do it.
Okay,
if he has protection, I think Gardner Minshew can.
Again,
but he lacks mobility, which Hurts has.
Jalen keeps the play alive all the time. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Cheryl, shut up. Was that die Eagles die?
EAGLES.
But
Eagles.
Again, I am biased in this opinion, but the NFC East games are always the most exciting for me. It's like literally a no-win team could beat a 10-win team. It's just any day of the week. All about who shows up.
All right. Well, speaking of who shows up,
let's hear it.
You got at quarterback.
At the quarterback.
Are you gonna go
cut Trevor Lawrence?
Oh, is he a pick?
Are you gonna go
cut Ryan Tannehill?
Wasn't even gonna say Tannehill.
Oh, but he's gonna say Lawrence.
Nope.
Trevor's got to be in here.
Are you going to go Brock Purdy versus Brock Purdy versus the Commanders?
Yes.
Matt Ryan versus the Chargers? Or Trevor Lawrence versus the New York Jets?
I take that back. I'm not cutting Lawrence because I'm cutting Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan
sure.
is the worst. Why is this hesitation? Does it hurt you because he's a Clemson quarterback?
That's exactly
it. Has nothing to do with him.
I'm a Carolina fan, but
it hurts
nothing to do
him.
with him being a Clemson quarterback.
It has everything with him being wrong.
Why can't you
not
say
wrong.
it? Why can't you say his name? Say his name.
Say it.
You say it.
Sunshine.
Sunshine. He's from California.
I probably am starting Trevor Lawrence.
Probably.
As every smart guy would.
I want to know why there's any doubt in your mind that you, or possibility that you wouldn't. For all the listeners.
Because I do think Purdy's going to be pretty good.
Pretty good. Giggity, giggity.
All right.
But his pretty good might sit him on the bench. I'll start Trevor Lawrence.
Thank you. Does it hurt to say?
No,
I think it
it
did.
has nothing to do with him being in Clemson.
I think
I
it
just
does.
don't think he's that. I think he's average.
Oh, my God.
The 109 quarterback rating sure was average against Dallas.
He killed us, man. He absolutely killed us.
4
And
touchdowns.
if Dallas hadn't played so bad the week before against Houston, I would have been more impressed. But
4 touchdowns, 1 interception,
one gigantic fumble,
318 yards.
maybe 2 if you want to put the handoff that they fumbled on him too.
And you know what? But those fumbles don't show up in the
wasn't
stats,
his
bro.
fault.
Fumbles don't show up.
He killed us,
they
man.
do show up in his stats.
They don't show up in the stats that matter.
They do. They're turnovers.
No, never. Whenever you look at a touchdown to interception ratio, does people say, "Oh, fumble"?
I'm pretty sure they do it on every broadcast.
I'm pretty
And
sure.
I'm pretty sure you had the exact same argument with Carolina Clemson. So
What, fumbles?
yeah, about turnovers. Yeah,
Well.
That what if they didn't happen?
Oh, boy.
yeah, they still count. Turnovers are turnovers.
No. The
Oh,
argument with Clemson was if they didn't happen, then you could eliminate automatically something.
Yeah, but you're saying that
I'm-
the turnovers,
I'm
like, as
saying-
if they didn't happen, they're not in the stats. They do matter.
I'm saying they don't matter in his touchdown to interception ratio. Literally the words that just came out of my
Yeah,
mouth.
but they're turnovers. I didn't say. I said turnovers. I'm saying that was last week. The misconception was Shane was talking about touchdown and interceptions. I was talking about would I want him as my quarterback? And if somebody as my quarterback, turnovers matter, fumbles matter. If somebody's fumbling 15 times in a season, that matters to me. I don't want them. Just as if a running back's fumbling, you take him out, sit him on the bench.
I'm just saying whenever you look up Trevor Lawrence stats, fumbles don't pop up.
They pop up on mine.
Touchdown interception rating. That's about it. Now of course anybody can dig and find statistics.
Would you consider Trevor Lawrence a mobile quarterback?
Mobile? Yeah.
Okay, then fumbles matter.
He was mobile in college, but would you consider Tom Brady a mobile quarterback? No. Well, guess what? Fumbles still
they
matter.
Still matter, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that's an idiotic argument. Doesn't even make sense.
Brett.
Yeah, see,
Brett's talking trash. There's a fumble last lines in the stats. Last line because they matter the least for a quarterback.
they
That's
definitely
lost.
don't matter the least.
Fumbles lost.
Huh?
Fumbles lost line.
Not last, lost.
Oh. So, whatever. It's the, this Sangster's kicking in. I don't know, y'all. Because you can attribute fumbles lost by a quarterback to the lack of protection, too.
Heck,
So, if you're getting hit by
you can
a bad
285
snap and the quarterback's hand hitting it on a bad snap, that fumble still goes to the quarterback. A handoff, the quarterback hands it off to the running back, and the running back or pitches it to the running back, and the running back misses the pitch. That's what that still goes against the quarterback.
Yeah,
So
if the wide receiver runs the wrong route and the quarterback throws the ball where he's anticipating the receiver, it's still the quarterback's fault. I agree.
I mean, but that's an easy way to say sometimes these stats are a little skewed, not necessarily in the quarterback's favor, and that's across the board. I mean,
Well, that's not the argument. I agree with that.
My argument is you don't think Trevor Lawrence, now I'm at the point, watching what he did to Dallas, I'm at the point where Trevor Lawrence is top 10 in the NFL right now. Top 10. On my draft board, draft 1 through 10, Trevor Lawrence, he may go 10, but he's top 10.
And that was my argument last week, is I don't think he's top 10.
So in 2021, he had 3 fumbles. 2022, he's had 3 fumbles. That's it. Not too bad for a mobile quarterback.
Still 3 more turnovers.
I mean, fill my cup up here with some more Sangsters. Coffee, Jamaican rum cream. Okay? So do you think he's top 10 yet?
No.
No, he never will. He
I
could
didn't
win
say
it.
never.
He
I
could
didn't say
win
never.
MVP.
I want you to name your top 10 NFL quarterbacks right now. Don't even Google nothing. Off the top of your head, stats-wise.
I don't need stats.
Or productivity.
It hurts. Prescott.
At 2?
No, not in order. You just said
Oh,
10. I mean, you want me to
okay.
put them in order?
Oh,
I'm just
no,
naming,
no, I
I'm
was
naming 10 quarterbacks that are better than Trevor Lawrence.
As a Cowboys fan, I was seriously offended there. I was like, wait a minute. All right, fine. No particular order. 10.
Okay.
10 quarterbacks.
Hurts.
Okay.
Prescott.
Okay.
You don't think Prescott's better than Lawrence? Oh, okay. Yeah, so
And
we're
that
way
hurts.
off. We're way
That
off.
Jalen hurts.
All right. Brady. Maybe not now.
No.
Maybe not right this minute.
Brady, Rodgers, none of them. None of the greats you take in a top 10.
Okay. I beg to differ.
But go ahead. This is your
Okay, but I'll take them out. All right. So you got Prescott,
Okay.
Hurts,
Okay.
Stafford.
Okay.
I'd say Kyler Murray's
Wait,
better
Stafford, he's been injured how many games?
Well, it doesn't matter
than. He's
about.
on, yeah, he's
I
on
don't. I don't care about injury. I just care 10 quarterbacks he would take.
So Murray.
Kyler
Murray?
Yeah.
You can't stay off Modern Warfare, but okay.
I would. Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Prescott's not even top 15 in touchdowns, but
Well, he was
He's
injured
also
6
injured.
weeks. But again,
Mahomes.
yeah, that's your one always. Got it.
Herbert.
Okay.
Tua?
Derek Carr.
No,
Putting Tua in there.
Tua.
definitely no. Derek
Josh
Carr.
Allen.
Josh Allen, maybe. You've named
Lamar.
Hmm?
That's 10.
you even named Joe Burrow.
I know. I hadn't got there yet. So at least
Okay. Dak doesn't belong on that list, for one. I love Dak. Dak doesn't belong on that list. But
Statistically, Trevor Lawrence is ranked higher than five of those in touchdowns.
he's played every game, though.
Doesn't matter. A rank is a ranking.
Well, yeah, but he's played in every game. So he's had the opportunity to throw more touchdown passes than Dak, than Allen missed a couple games. That's what you're talking about, right? Total touchdowns?
I mean, which games did Allen miss? I know he was
The elbow, right?
but did he miss? He was questionable, but he played with his elbow.
I can't remember.
who?
Josh Allen. Thought he missed a couple games for that elbow, but I could be wrong.
I knew he was questionable, but he ended up playing.
But go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying, he's tied 5th in the NFL right now for touchdowns, 24. He's 9th in the league with passing yards,
3,400?
3,500. Tied 12th with interceptions, 7.
And again, he's doing this on I don't want to say mediocre team, because it's hard for me to call an NFL team mediocre because it's an NFL team, but
I mean,
substandard. It's just
what your argument last week for Ryan Tannehill was he had no weapons. Didn't have a wide receiver to throw to.
thanks,
Right.
Brett.
Um,
I agree, Brett. I agree.
you could easily say the same thing with Trevor Lawrence, but Evan Ingram.
Well, so my argument with Tannehill was that he doesn't have any weapons, and the offense doesn't benefit him as a quarterback. Like they run Henry, and if Henry gets stopped, they're always putting Tannehill in 3rd and long situations where he's trying to make something happen. It's not just him going out there and playing QB. Like he's forcing it to try to make something happen to continue drives because he's put in a hole. But the Jaguars' offense is built through Trevor Lawrence. Like they're going out there, they're passing on 1st down, 2nd down. The offense is tailored around him. The offense isn't tailored around Tannehill.
But I
wouldn't tailor the offense around Tannehill. I mean, Henry's the best player on the offense by far.
But that's the same offense that Tannehill's been running for how many years now?
Yeah, and this is his worst year, and this is a year that we don't have any weapons.
This is Trevor's first year. But Doug Peterson is a good coach, so much better than Urban.
I mean, don't think it doesn't hurt me acknowledging Trevor Lawrence's greatness because it kills me, right? This is a guy I despised watching in college. Not that he was bad, just because he's so dang good. And watching what he did with Clemson, and I said it from the beginning that Trevor Lawrence was not going to make it in the NFL. I just didn't think he had I don't want to say the word tenacity, but I just didn't think he had the it for the NFL quarterback, and he's absolutely proved everybody wrong. What is he, 6'4", being full?
He's 6'6".
He's Peyton Manning.
A
little taller.
That's exactly what he's been compared to his whole career. Peyton Manning.
So, yeah, I mean, I hate it, but I have to admit it, man. Like
6'6", 220, 230.
Watching what he did against, you can argue what Dallas did, but
213. So he's a light fella.
Yeah, you can argue what he did, against Dallas. That was a struggling defense for the last couple of weeks, but at the end of the day, it's still the Dallas Cowboys defense, and statistically, they're still top 10 defense in the league. So to see him absolutely shred the defense like that all game, and throw 4 touchdown passes on that team, to me it speaks volumes. I think he's going to be just fine. To me, a top 10, but
I mean, let's just not forget. I did say I would start him this week.
Let's want to reiterate. Let's also take Trevor out of Jacksonville. And put him
on a better team.
Put him on a team with the offensive line. A team that protects him.
Team with weapons.
Speaking of weapons, man, like this is the week of T.Y. Hilton debuts. I'm excited for. And the Cowboys also going out for Adele as well. I wonder what do you think they're doing, Jonathan?
I'm still not over this Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, he's still seething.
Because it bothers me that you think I don't like him just because he was a Clemson player. Because that's that.
Facts are facts. Next.
It does not have. I mean, it has a little bit to do with that just because I don't like Clemson, but that's not why. Like, part of it is also because he plays for the Jags. They're like the same way you are with the NFC East. You hate Philly, all that. Like, I'm a Titans fan, so Jaguars, Colts, Houston. I hate them all.
Listen.
And guess what? Houston had Deshaun Watson. I also hated him, but not just because he was from Clemson. It's because he played for Houston.
I never have so much disdain for a team that I can't admit when a player is good.
I didn't say he was good. I didn't say he wasn't. I didn't say he wasn't good.
No. You just said it. You said I didn't say it was good. Exactly. You didn't.
He was average. He's average.
You won't give the guy his due because
he hasn't earned it yet.
Because of the school he went to, because of the team he plays for.
No, he had a good game against Dallas.
Woohoo!
Lost to Dallas Cowboys.
Let's not forget about how well he played against
game.
Tennessee.
No.
Your beloved Titans, who suck.
Sir,
They have continued to suck.
This has been 6 or 7 weeks in a row that this guy has gotten better each week. It's not like it's a flash in the pan, I don't think. But we'll see. Maybe. So we got 3 games left. I think if Trevor,
when the Jags win their division,
it's possible. What
they have to win out.
He's at 24 touchdowns.
27
now.
Nope, 24-7 or 27-7. I had to look.
24.
24 touchdown passes. I think he'll get to 30. I think he'll get to 35 touchdowns.
24-7.
I think he'll throw 11 over the next 3 games. It's almost 4 a game. So
he's at 3.4 to 1 right now.
I don't mean nothing, Jonathan.
I didn't say it didn't mean nothing. I'm just saying it doesn't tell the whole story.
Touchdown to interception ratio is my number 1 stat for a quarterback. Period.
He's
Touchdown, interception.
fumbled 3 times and he's lost 3 times. He's lost all 3 of them.
3 fumbles in 15 games, though. I mean, that's hard. That's nothing. How many sacks has he taken? That's an interesting stat. That'll show you something too. You know, how many quarterback hits? How many times he's been pressured? That's the kind of stats I'd want to see because that's owed to the line, right? I agree. I do agree, Brett. That was just that one game, man. Like Jacksonville just
Been sacked 24 times.
24 times
All right.
in 15 games, so almost 2 times a game, 1.5.
So Joe Burrow has more fumbles.
Okay, but he's a little bit more mobile too than Trevor. I think he's
Daniel Jones has more fumbles. Lamar Jackson has more fumbles. Patrick Mahomes, Jared Goff, Russell Wilson, Matthew Stafford, Joe Flacco, Kirk Cousins, Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, Jacoby Brissett, Carson Wentz, Taylor Heineke, Baker Mayfield, Geno Smith, Aaron Rodgers, Kyler Murray, Marcus Mariota, Trevor Lawrence is then at fumbles.
Could you not just say like the whole rest of the NFL? You know, or something. How many sacks has he taken?
Who?
He's taken
Trevor.
24.
24 sacks.
24 sacks. And where's that rank in the?
There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quarterbacks that's had less sacks than him.
Oh, so he's in the top. So he's getting protection somewhat. I don't know, man. I think just
He's tied with Tom Brady and Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray in interceptions. He's thrown less than Stafford, Mariota, Herbert, Rodgers,
I can't stand
Fields,
Stafford, bro.
Burrow, Mahomes, Cousins, Allen, Davis Mills, and Matt Ryan.
All right.
I think it boils down to the
QBR,
fact-
which is
His QBR is 58.
yeah,
Yeah.
which ranks
I hate
13th.
I hate that stat. I like the actual rating. You know, perfect ratings 158.3, and then where's he at there?
Well, here's the thing. So
10. He's 10 in rating.
So I'm looking at
That's top 10.
I'm looking at StatMuse right now, and it's got his rating at 96.6.
His rating, not his QBR. It's two different things.
QBR is a dumb stat to me. I like rating.
It doesn't even show QBR.
No,
Here.
rating. QBR is
It
not.
shows rating, but it doesn't show QBR.
Yeah, ratings goes to 150. It starts at
It's 158.3 is perfect.
in 42 or something dumb is the lowest. But so where's he rank in rating?
10th.
10th, not
In rating,
yeah, that's hard.
10th.
1,
10th.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Lawrence is 10th. Tannehill's 11th.
Dak's probably
This right here has him at 8.
Dak's probably
Stat
above,
Muse.
Dak's probably above him in rating. I would say.
Dak is 12.
That's borderline elite status, man. I don't know. We'll see. He's got 3 games left. Who's he playing rest of the season? Jacksonville.
Hey, he's got an easy schedule.
Oh, Jesus. You really can't think of anything to say.
No, he really doesn't.
He's
have
got
an easy
Titans
schedule.
last game of the year.
Easy. Texans, Titans, Jets.
Sounds tough to me.
Okay.
It's still an NFL team,
The
sir.
only game that's tough is the Titans, and if they're play anything like they did the last couple of weeks, that could be easy too. Titans have Houston, Dallas, Jags.
I'm looking forward to that game. I hope.
Well, I'm not looking forward to it as much as I was a couple of weeks ago.
Every game I look forward to, though, we're going to beat it by 40. Lose. Ugh. All right. What's next, Elliot? Oh, everybody's probably out of the show.
Yeah. So I don't know if it doesn't say it stopped. So
It does. It says no listeners. Nobody's listening.
well,
So, anyway, I definitely think I think the last performance has solidified it for me. But we'll see what he does the rest of the year. Still plays NFL teams for the next 3 weeks. See what he does. Good.
anything else?
Go Jags.
That's right. Go Jazz. Go TL16, baby.
Yeah. I'm excited, though. I'm looking forward to the Christmas Eve game.
Yeah. Well, if y'all don't have anything else,
feel like I had something on the way here. I was like, we need to talk about that, but I've been so scatterbrained trying to figure out
The Idaho Potato Bowl and the Boca Raton Bowl.
Yeah. Got some ball games coming up.
Toledo beat
Oh, no.
Liberty.
So this is what I was going to say. Sorry. I got to find it because the NFL is close to a deal to swing the highly coveted Sunday ticket out of market games from DirecTV to YouTube.
Oh my God, they're really going all in, aren't they?
The deal would end DirecTV's nearly 30-year run with the package and underscores the migration of sports to streaming. The NFL was seeking well north of $2 billion a year for the streaming rights. Apple had been the front runner for some time, but left the negotiation weeks ago.
Because of the money, they're gone, bro. DirecTV is done.
Google's YouTube and YouTube TV can easily use Sunday Ticket to goose their subscription business. So I mean, that would be
What's keeping DirecTV afloat? People get DirecTV because of the exclusivity of the NFL Network pack or the NFL Sunday Ticket package. That's what I like. If I talk to most people that still have a TV provider that have DirecTV, they use it for DirecTV or for Sunday Ticket. If they lose that,
so not a done deal yet, but that's just they're the front runners. But I mean, I'd be curious to see how that plays a part into like I mean, regular cable is kind of hard, but with streaming, I mean, are you going to do the rights, like the whole package, or are you going to be able to just choose a team? Like, could you just choose Dallas Cowboys and have all of their games for a lower price, or individual games? Like, hey, let me just stream this game for $5 this week, or something. I mean, I'm excited because I'm a big believer in YouTube TV. So,
yeah, man, they're throwing a lot of money around, a lot of money. So I definitely don't think you two would be involved in a WWE purchase. Speaking of purchase, man, people were saying like the rumors of Vince coming back to WWE, that there's even the conversations of that they're going to prevent that company from ever being able to be sold. So I thought that was kind of interesting tidbit.
Really? I didn't know about that.
Just because of his shareholding in the company. If he's not on board with it, that company can't sell. So I thought that was interesting.
did you see who was officially announced as Colorado's DC? Can't remember if we
Not Taggart, was it? No. Who?
Alabama's Charles Kelly.
Yep.
We didn't talk about that on the show. We saw it after. That's
Hey, look. Speaking of college, Carolina
Travis
has
Hunter
been
going.
loading up this weekend.
People they're not acknowledging it, man. They're not acknowledging it. Like it's quiet because it's like it's not getting like mainstream press. Beamer's Twitter work is on point.
He is very good at Twitter.
I guess my question becomes, what is loading up?
That tight end Trey Knox is
His stats don't say much.
stats. Oh.
From this past year, they don't.
Something I was gonna say. What were we gonna say, Jonathan? Loading up.
I mean, so we got like 4 tight end recruits just today.
Yeah.
The top defensive tackle, JUCO defensive tackle in the country. I mean, they're getting a good bit. They got like 8 or 9 people that like feel like today that just.
I'm wondering why. What's the game plan loading up with tight ends like that? Is it just for years to come, or is it for these maybe different packages they're going to run in the offense under Dowell?
And then what was a guy you said that was here this past week?
The running back,
wide receiver, somebody.
I mean, so 12 games, 26 receptions, 296 yards.
Yeah, but the
5
same could be same for Bell and Bell's stats, and he was heralded. So you can't.
I mean, size-wise, he looks like a beast, 6'5", 245. I mean, that's a good size.
He's a monster.
But, I mean, I guess stat-wise,
56 minutes ago, Shane Beamer, you didn't think we were done for the day, did you? Just got another call. Welcome home. So, his Twitter game is on point. I thoroughly enjoy it just because Elijah Davis committed. #AG2G. 4-star offensive tackle committed today. Tosin. Want to say the sand. Tosin Babalade.
I think we're gonna get a Lenore Sellers too.
No, you don't. There's no way, bro.
I think so.
Who's
No.
that?
That quarterback.
For South Florence.
He's from South Florence, but he committed to Syracuse.
He's a 3-star though.
No way. I say he's going to Syracuse.
If Lenoris goes to USC, he doesn't do anything. I hate to say that, but because I'd love to see the kid go to South Carolina and produce, but unfortunately, if he goes to South Carolina, I don't think he plays.
I think he goes to Syracuse.
3-star, maybe a 4-star. I still see it happening.
We'll see.
I know people want him to. I know they want him to come to
I do think Rattler's back for next year though.
Yes. I would say he's back, not for 2. I think one.
I think he's back next year. That's it.
One more, he's gone. Mazio Bennett.
That was it.
Yeah. He was in Columbia wearing. Well, I mean, he must be committed. Wearing a welcome home badge with his name on it.
Oh no, they always do. That's just what they give them when they do a visit. They take pictures in the uniform and all that stuff just to give them the experience. Hype them up. Promote their brand. You should know all about that.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's take these promo shots.
Mazio Bennett out of Greenville, 6 foot, 165 wide receiver. So he's like a Don Beebe, maybe a little taller. 4-star. I don't know. I think it's interesting time, man. And it's all possible by the transfer portal. This whole thing, the common denominator is that for every team. I just think.
well,
And I think it just creates
Clemson doesn't use the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Like Dabo is
homegrown.
pretty much against it. They've been known not to use the transfer portal up until Fentrell Cypress,
Well, I'm not.
who led the ACC in pass pickups and didn't allow a touchdown pass across 358 cover snaps during his junior season this past year at Virginia.
Sounds to me like Clemson could use the transfer portal more often.
Well, I'm just saying.
Clemson is. I mean, they've reached out to him. They was one of the first offers saying, "Hey,
I'm just saying the transfer portal is what is making this possible, for these schools to do this. And I mean, it's exciting to me. I think it creates a much needed excitement for college football. I mean, because I think college football is big in the South, right? Huge down here. It's just like a holiday for y'all. But up north, it's not. Up north, it's not as big, right? But I think it creates kind of a universal excitement to where. You never know who you're going to get. Like Lenore Sellers going if he goes to Syracuse. That creates a buzz for them. It definitely creates some sort of anticipation for football season for them. I think because he'll play sooner than if he came to Columbia, my opinion. But I like the buzz. I love college football. I love the excitement and the anticipation and the curiosity and the not knowing. I think it's exciting. It's like our own free agent period. What do you think? You like it, Johnathan? You pro transfer portal?
Yes. Because I'm a Gamecock fan. Do or die.
And we're utilizing it. Yes.
0-12, 10-2. It don't matter. I'm a Gamecock fan. So anything that just creates more excitement around college football, more unknown. I mean, to me, because a kid, has 4, maybe 5 at most years. I mean, in college, I mean, they need to take the most of their opportunity, make the most of it. But also, I mean, no team every year. I mean, a college football team is drastically different. So, I mean, to me, it just makes the sport more exciting.
You sold on the transfer portal yet? You're still on the fence on it?
I mean, I'm okay with it. every team doesn't use it. Every team. I think it just opens up another side of recruiting. Where Clemson prefers to pull a kid in from their first year and kind of raise them up or whatever for the most part. Just because that's kind of their philosophy right now. Teams like South Carolina who are currently rebuilding, who may not want to wait to have an extra 3 years, 2 years, 3 years.
Carolina's been currently rebuilding for the last 10 years.
Yeah, but until recently, when they get Beamer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Since they got Beamer, new philosophy, new schemes, everything else. And in the coaching carousel today, results have to be pretty instant, right? So it's beneficial for someone like Coach Beamer, who can find players who are seasoned that fit his mold offensively and defensively. And excuse me. And
I think Beamer just brings
plug him in.
this win now nature. That's just what he wants to do. Like I don't want no 4 wins, 6 wins, 7 wins. I want to be a 9-10 win team every year. He wants to be relevant every year.
As he should be.
That's just kind of the mindset that I find that he's brought more than say Muschamp brought to Columbia.
Well, I wasn't a fan of the Muschamp hire from day one. So
that was a bust, man. Boom or bust? Bust.
Big time.
It was horrible. I do miss Coach Spurrier. I love the Spurrier years, but I think this is the closest we've been to relevance since. So I'm excited.
So much so we're going back to USC.
USFC, Elliot, right? USFC.
U of SC.
Whatever. Yeah, so dumb. I'm buzzed. Okay. That happens January, right?
Jarvis Green, South Carolina Player of the Year, signed with Clemson.
Where's Hunter going? That was a big rumor. He might go to Georgia.
Who?
The one from Jackson State, the number one pick there, number one recruit, Travis
Hunter.
They saying he might go to Georgia.
So Georgia was who was
rumors
recruiting
like
him the
Colorado, and there's other rumors for Georgia because
there's no way he doesn't follow Coach Prime, right?
Was originally his recruit.
That's where I think he goes.
He has to go with Coach Prime.
They're saying Georgia, I think, because Georgia was the top.
One of his original schools.
Like his original, was hard on the recruiting trail for him originally.
Well, if he wants to win a national championship, he goes to Georgia.
For Jackson State, that was their competition was Georgia. So I think just now that he's leaving, I think that just automatically they just came back in the picture. I don't know. I'm sure they're going for him too. He's the number one recruit last year.
Well, if he wants to win a national championship, he's going to Georgia. Depends on what he wants. Not going to win a national championship or sniff it in Colorado.
Or will you?
Well, I don't think he would. Priorities can change year from year, but I don't think he would have went to Jackson State necessarily if he was looking to win the national championship.
Well, it's impossible for one. But, can Prime change that culture in Colorado so fast to make them a threat?
He did it.
All right, so put Jackson State in the power. Put Jackson State in the Power 5.
With
whatever.
I think what you run into with the
win 9 games, 10 games
with the transfer portal.
I don't know about that.
With the transfer portal, depends on which Power 5 they're in.
That's what I'm saying. Put them in a. I'm not saying put them in the SEC or ACC, but
I think they'd be more like 7-5, 6-6, something like that.
I think you put them in the Big 12 or the Pac-12. I think they win 9 games.
Representation.
But
what are you saying, Elliot? Sorry.
I was just saying with the transfer portal, anything's possible now.
It is.
What else we got?
Sorry. I think Coach Prime's still my favorite college. Favorite coach in college. Absolutely. He's so much fun, man.
He's just got that. He's just always had that.
I want to play for him.
He's
prime time.
Cowboys, even when he was an analyst on NFL Network. I mean, you always had to call with Prime after the game, like on Sundays after the games.
Yep. He played in, I remember when he signed with the Baltimore Ravens at 37 years old, and he wore jersey number 37 to represent his age at the time. Just, he was talk smack, bro. He would just talk trash. You know, he had stops in San Francisco and Atlanta, Dallas. He was always memorable, no matter where he went.
Yep.
So much so I'm on Google. I want to YouTube Deion Sanders highlights now.
I've watched interviews where he was like, I mean, if you go back and watch plays where guys, he was talking. You go back and watch plays where guys beat me. He was like, I let them beat me because I knew I could catch up. Because he was all about
quick,
just prime time, just being flashy.
Well,
I finished my rum cream, so that's the end of my rum creams. At the end of the show.
very good.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, it was good. Guys, we hope each and every one of you have a very Merry Christmas. Next week will be T-minus 4 or 5 days this time from a new year. So
2 days after Christmas, so we talk about all the gifts that we got.
yeah.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, all three of us are off the next day for the first time since we've been doing the podcast. So yeah.
I'm off every day.
So we might be able to plan to do something.
I've been off every day for the last 2 months, so
We do.
yeah.
Well, today was the official nail in the coffin for the truck. It is gone
That's sad.
away.
That's sad. Did you cry? I would have. I'm glad I didn't go. That's my truck.
I didn't have time to cry. I was trying to get back on the road.
Johnathan, where are you?
That's close. That was a good one, boys.
Well, guys, as always, we appreciate you listening, tuning in, all that good stuff. Billy, thank you for hanging out with us, man.
And Brett.
And last but not least, guys, none of this would be possible without Revolution Nutrition in Camden, South Carolina. If you haven't had a chance to go there, go by there, mention Lowdown, get 10% off of your order, get your energy. They have teas, coffee, shakes, oats. Sometimes they have protein donuts.
By the way, I'm going to make my recommendation. Jingle Juice. Go get it. Jingle Juice Loaded Tea was phenomenal. Loved it. And then I had the other one with the popping pearls on top. The pomegranate pearls, Santa Noel something. I can't remember the name of it. But the Jingle Juice is great. So definitely get the Jingle Juice. Foxes, that was for you.
They're
I'm drinking Running Wild right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
God. Jealous.
Running Wild. That was from the Camden show for PCW.
It is, yep. It is one of my favorites, though.
Did I come up with that one? Or did you?
I think it was you.
Oh, man.
Excuse me, guys.
All right. Well, until the next time, Elliot, right?
Yeah, guys, just if you get a chance to head on over there, head on over. They're in Camden, in the Dustbin location. All about community there. Good people, Sean and Victor. So head on over, use promo code Lowdown, get 10% off your order. And as always, I'm Elliot.
And I'm Shane.
And I'm Johnathan.
And this has been the Lowdown Popcast. We'll see you next time.